in the chat. We are now going to make ourselves beautiful, aren't we, Robin? Is that the first thing we should do? I think we should. That's probably the first thing we should do. Because we shouldn't we shouldn't expose people to this for too long.
It is a very curious experience.
Oh, you know what? I've forgotten to bring my makeup's just in the other room. I'm just going to go get my... Yeah, I just like to get in a bath with mashed potatoes and then you squirt the tomato ketchup on top of me. It's the best feeling. I need that in my life. You look in the guy's larder. Oh. Here comes Wally. It's looking pretty good. He's not looking where he's going, that's for sure. But mechanically it looks okay. I don't know what he's looking at. He's not looking where he's going. Oh no, stop. Oh no, there you go. It's Baba. Cool. So the toilet's the expansion pack, yeah, exactly. Are they memeing? I think they might be doing some kind of memeing, although I don't understand it. It feels like a meme thing to me. Is that a Logitech G15? That was on Aurelia's screen. Let's just go back to that. Is it... What is that? It's the keyboard. It's the keyboard. It's a Logitech G15. I was going to carry on with my I was thinking about just carrying on with my spinner, but then I thought no, I'm gonna make some proper Lego for a change. I'm gonna show you all that I can make proper Lego. Right, this is, oh my god, this is the situation. It's a catalogue, isn't it? It's not a Lego instruction manual, it's a bloody catalogue.
Hide their flaws. He was like American women, or like he was just kind of referring to American women, I guess, because of the way I sound. And I'm like, by the way, I'm not American, you do know that. He was like, American women actually go out of their way to hide their flaws and people can tell, and that's kind of awkward. European / French women, what they do is like, if they have a flaw, they actually don't go out of their way to hide it. They actually kind of like enhance it, or like, say like Barbara Streisand was made fun of having a big nose.
We're confirmed. Lost Scotsman says, I just finished building the Office US Lego set. Okay, we're live. Hello everybody. That camera angle's bad. Oh no. There we go. That's better. Welcome to Transprix. My name's Maya, and I'd like to introduce my very special guest. Hello, Hannah. How you doing? Hello. This is that chick Hannah? No, that Hannah chick. That Hannah chick on Twitch.
Yeah.
Just gonna adjust your levels. You're a little low. Properties. No, advanced audio properties. That's what I want. Guest. So I'm gonna boost you, but I don't know how much. I'm gonna go for like 20 decibels. I don't know what a decibel is.
Okay.
Ooh, maybe that's too many decibels. That's too many decibels. I'm gonna bring it down, but we'll try 10 decibels. Try that. Sorry,
okay.
you've got to.
Is that better?
Yeah. Some of my pop-ups are popping up over your face. I'm so sorry about that. I haven't really got a great setup for guests yet, which is very bad of me. But it's an evolving process, and it'll.
Ever evolving.
You know, we're building the aeroplane literally as we stream. That's quite a good one. Because we are building the Concorde today. We're going to continue with the Concorde. But I'm very happy to have you on my little stream. Oh, we got a new follower. Straight away. Moogle Mania. Thanks for the follow, Moogle. Hello.
Hey, Moog.
And hello to Sloth Dude as well. It's nice to see you. I hope you're having a great Sunday. I have to warn everybody. Very, very unprofessional of me. I never really claimed to be that professional, to be honest, in the first place. But I'm extremely unprofessional today because I actually went out last night and had a good old knees up. Is that what they call it? It was great actually. I haven't done it for ages. I haven't really been out properly in Oslo, to be honest. Since I moved here, and this felt like a proper night out. We went to.
How long have you been there?
2 months now, just 2 months.
Oh, okay, not long then.
Not that long, I'm discovering more and more cool places as I live here, and I'm kind of getting a better feel for the city. I really like Oslo, and the more I live here, the more I like it, to be honest. It's just a genuinely cool city. And this place was no exception. It was called Salt. It's down by the harbour. And it was just such a cool venue. It was like a little gay village of shacks and people. And we just got a resubscription from 2 Points West. Thank you, 2 Points West. You're on a 4-month subscription. No, you're on a 1-month streak. No, hold on. What's going on? I don't know. Something's happening. But thank you, 2 Points West. Thank you so much. It's very much appreciated. Maybe you can, because I don't understand what I'm saying, but maybe you can explain it. 2 Points West. Yes, I've earned a good night out. Exactly. That's what I think. I've earned one. It's been a tough couple of. I don't know exactly how long to go back. It's been a tough life, and so I needed a night out. How is your life, Hannah? How are you at the moment? What's going on with you?
I'm pretty good. I
question.
streamed last night, which is always a lot of fun. Just my DJ stream, and then just working really.
You DJ as well? I didn't know you DJ'd as well.
Yeah.
That's fun. What kind of music?
Well, last night it was sort of beaty and breaky. Lots of sort of Underworld and people like Adam Freeland.
Awesome.
Stuff like that. Bits of Uncle, but then the last Thursday of every month I do an indie night, the more sort of guitar based, which is cool.
Cool. There's definitely something going on with the audio with you. I'm not sure where to start trying to fix it, but it sounds strange. And I don't know. I just don't know I don't know what it could be. Has anyone got any ideas? It's a little choppy, isn't it? The audio. It's a bit kind of. It's cracking up a bit, isn't it? It's just Hannah, but it's not. Have you got? Yeah, you got me playing as well. I can hear myself now. That's doubling.
Yeah,
that's accurate.
but it's only in the stream together. I don't have the actual stream open. I can't see the actual stream.
Right, then you probably should, because then you'll see all the chat. So what you can do.
I can still see the chat on the left-hand side of the stream together screen.
Well, what you want to probably do is either turn me right down so that your mic doesn't pick me up, because it's really annoying, or wear headphones.
Let me. Hang on.
Thank you. Sorry for the inconvenience.
No, not at all. I'm just gonna reach behind my monitor.
Hello, Storage. Fancy, yeah. What are you doing here? I keep seeing you. Do you actually live? Do you live here? In my stream. It's a nice place to live, honestly. Very friendly. Hello, Bill. How you doing? Sorry?
Storage doesn't actually exist when you're not streaming.
That's what I think. And that's already just said that no, storage, but also I think everyone. No one on my stream actually exists until I stream. It's there's no. They just wait. They just wake up and it's a nice stream. I think that's the only explanation. You've got a lot of coke.
Is that
there
like
already.
when you were little and your teachers lived in school?
Yeah, exactly. What is it called? Object permanence. It's like object permanence. When when you don't see the object, it doesn't exist anymore. And then toddlers or whatever learn object permanence. It's like the whole peekaboo thing. It's like peekaboo, and they're like, whoa, what happened then? That was magic, incredible scenes. Oh, I forgot to set it to family friendly again, which is good because I just did a swear and I keep forgetting. Hannah, I'm trying to set it to family friendly. I'm trying to go family friendly, and it's proving really difficult, mainly because I keep forgetting to actually change the stream, and also because I keep swearing. It's two things working against me here, and I don't know how to fix them. But anyway, look, it's fine. We can swear. We can swear our tits off today if we like.
Yay!
Hey, I think I'm still hearing some echo. Yeah, I am. Have you still got a audio source playing somewhere? Oh my god, that's good Coke. It's not just Coke though. It's Coke with ice and lemon in.
Oh, nice.
I really am. I'm so shit because I didn't mean to get that drunk last night, but I accidentally did. I accidentally kept drinking lots of drinks, and but I had a great time. We were watching these drag shows, and they were not what I expected. I was going and I was like, right, it's going to be kind of traditional drag, right? So it's going to be, men dressed as women, ridiculous outfits, wigs, colourful, massive shoes and things like that. It's going to be fun. And they're going to be the singing or telling jokes. It's going to be like a, kind of a standard format. It was none of those things, honestly. It was much more kind of like performance arts, like concept kind of stuff. And I was just enthralled. I was watching this stuff and I was like, oh my God, I have never seen anything like this. It's blowing my tiny mind. What they were doing it in groups. They mixed the first one we saw, it's really hard to describe because it was so ridiculous. But it was really visceral, it really kind of woke me up, and just I was watching it thinking, gosh, this is a real experience. So yeah, that was and then we watched another one, and there was a bunch of different people on a big stage doing various different things. They all had something to say, whether it was like they didn't necessarily just come out and say it, but there was definitely all very meaning. It was all very meaningful. They had lots of meaning in the acts, in the way that they performed, and it was awesome. The only part that really messed me up, I did get a bit messed up in the fact that towards the end, I think the host, this amazing drag artist from England, but she lives in Gothenburg. I think she's called, I can't remember what her name is now. What was her name? Can you remember her name already? I can't remember her name. But anyway, she had an amazing blue, ridiculous outfit. It was incredible. And so she was I think she was probably wrapping up, but she was wrapping up and she was basically talking about the trans issue and saying, gay people were all having a pretty good time, but the trans people really need our help. They really need our support. They were kind of, she was going into some, into quite a lot of detail about how fucked up the whole world was concerning trans people. And at that point, I was like, actually, I don't want to keep listening to this. I need to just leave and just have a good time because this is upsetting me too much. I don't like reality. I want to go back to Fantasyland.
Yeah.
So I stormed out.
I think that's completely relevant. I don't think, wanting to go back to Fantasyland, as you put it, is such a bad thing,
No, I wanted to have a good time.
You want to have a night out. You want to have a good time without worrying about the troubles of the world, right?
I do. That's what I wanted. And it hit me like a slap in the face, actually, that. And it was like, I appreciate that she did it. And I think more people need to hear that kind of stuff, and they need to be reminded. And even though this was a very kind of LGBTQ plus kind of friendly and ally audience, I think it's good that she was using her platform in that way. Don't get me wrong. I wouldn't change that. It's just that it hit me because I'm the one, and we're the ones who are affected by this stuff. And it's just, sometimes it's a bit too much to have it constantly, thrown in our faces, isn't it? I don't know. How are you dealing with it? Because you live in England, don't you?
Yeah, it's kind of rough at the moment, and I think half the problem is, and I'll keep saying this, half the problem is trans representation, right? There's not enough for a start. Anytime the trans issue is talked about, we're not in the room.
No, never.
And that just makes it super tough. You see all these voices, all these people out there talking about us, and it's like, you haven't got the facts, you're spreading lies, or you're an ally. And of course the allies are good, but we need to be in the room. It's like when Crystal, the drag queen, she was on a news report the other day talking about trans people using the toilets. You're a drag queen. You're not trans. No. I love you to bits, but how dare you try and represent us in that way?
I think that they get asked. I think that these cis people get asked to be on the TV show to give because they're obviously allies or whatever. And the media companies think that they're doing a great job. It's like, yay, we're doing good journalism here. It's like, no, you're not. You're doing absolutely atrocious journalism because you're not even getting the people who you're talking about on the show.
For God's sake, Wes Streeting was on a list this morning of LGBTQ people in the Independent that are making a change in the UK right now. Wes Streeting is a duplicitous weasel.
Yes, he's awful.
He does nothing for trans people.
It's bloody awful. In fact, the whole Labour Party is pretty awful as well. I mean, just briefly touching on politics, because my last guest was Sophie Molly last week from the Scottish Greens, although they've now deselected her as a candidate. I hope nothing bad happens to you after this stream, Hannah. It's like, I don't know if I've got some kind of the trans bricks curse. I hope that the two things aren't kind of related, but my apologies in advance if they are. So we politics is pretty depressing in the UK at the moment, and it's very difficult to know who to vote for, particularly if you're trans. Because, certainly don't vote for Tory, obviously, and then the Labour Party, which has traditionally been kind of a bit more trans friendly, absolutely is not. They're just Tory light now, aren't they? They're basically saying, yeah, we agree with all the Tory policies, and we're gonna do that as well. And so, we obviously need to get the Tories out, but at the same time, I think that Labour have lost a hell of a lot of trans votes, and not just from trans people, but from our allies and from the community as a whole. I suspect that. I hope the Greens going to do well. Honestly, I think Green is quite a good party, and they have recently expelled a bunch of transphobic MPs, haven't they? Which
they did, yeah.
Bodes well.
It really does. And it's really, I saw what happened to Sophie. I've been following it quite closely. I think she's been treated terribly, I will say that. Yeah. I don't agree with what she said. No. And I don't think we should lower ourselves to those levels. If you look at the Party of Women candidates in the local elections in the UK not so long back, a load of them, the language they used was awful. Yeah. And one of them tried to organise a pylon on Eddie Izzard, using really horrific transphobic language. Yeah, should that be the way politicians represent themselves? Do you know what I mean? Should they be able to attack people? No, they shouldn't.
Although,
I agree with.
Sorry, go on.
Sorry, go on.
Well, I was just saying, when she actually made those comments. Oh shit! When she made those comments about Rowling, honestly, it's fair enough, because it's so frustrating being trans and being constantly attacked by her. And yet we've got to always play nice. It's like we're being held to this ridiculous standard, which I don't think any human being could possibly maintain. But when you are when you are in politics, those standards just they become almost impossible to maintain, don't they? I don't know. It's very difficult, especially when you are the one being attacked, and it's like, well, you're not allowed to say anything back, because that would be rude. It's like, I'm sorry, but this is my life.
This is why I don't engage with transphobes on Twitter. I just either mute them or block them. Because there is no level ground.
No.
The moment you start defending yourself, you're accused of being angry, you're accused of being aggressive. You know, it's the old tropes, isn't it?
Yeah.
And I'm not there for that. I'm there to be part of the community. I've met people like you. I've met people like Sophie, Frida, Joss Pryor, people like that. You know. And I love that part of it, but it is just a mess otherwise.
It's a mess. Shall we look? Let's have a look at chat. Let's have a see what the chat is saying, because sometimes the chat.
Hi, chat. By the way.
Yes, hello, chat. I am aware that you exist. I'm just ignoring you. Mugomania says, I have never seen a drag show. I should probably be ashamed of myself. I don't think there's anything wrong with not seeing a drag show. Because at the end of the day, drag and trans, they are different. They are different. There's a lot of people think that they're very similar or even the same thing, but drag shows, I mean, they literally are men in dresses. These are men, and they're really happy to be men. And they enjoy, dressing up and looking ridiculous, and kind of taking the piss out of a lot of kind of traditional social constructs. Whereas trans women, we're not happy to be men because we're not men. We are women. So that's the massive, that's the key difference, obviously. And a lot of when people find out you're trans, and they say, "Oh yeah, I like watching the drag race as well. Do you like the?" And it's like, I've never watched an episode of Drag Race. I have never watched an episode of Drag Race, and I don't really care that much about it. But I do like live shows, and I especially like it when I get free tickets. So that's why I went to this drag show.
Well, yeah, you can't knock back free.
You can't stop yourself then. It was really good. Yeah, Aurelia says I live the stuff that she mentioned, so it's not a intellectual thought exercise. It's actually living it day in, day out, isn't it? Storage. If anyone needs the education, it's cis people, trans people. We already bear it. We know all about it, I think, most of the time. But of course, it wasn't for me, and as it was for the cis people. They do need it. I understand why she did it. Aurelia says I think a large share of the audience were cis het. You might be right. I think there was a few Hindus, weren't there? Did you see the Hindus already? There was some fun. There's some outfits and stuff in the girls area with angels and silly. Yeah, I don't know what else. So there was definitely some Hindus going on there, which is fun. It's a great venue for a Hindu. Story Girl, hello, how you doing? 2 points west. They're an easy group to demonize, as they're the ultimate minority. We are the ultimate minority. That sounds pretty cool. I don't really understand that. But yeah, we are very easy to demonize. I mean, they monster us, especially the women. Transphobes, they infantilize trans men, and they monster trans women. We become monsters.
Absolutely. I mean, do you follow, I assume you follow legal tweets on Twitter?
I follow a lot of people.
The trans man in America.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, he's really good.
He gets so much stick. I was going through Twitter this morning just before I came on here, and he got some stick about his beard looking mangy or something, and it was like, go away.
Yeah, just go away.
Like,
stop trying to
that was all it was.
Constantly.
Your beard looks mangy, and it's like, piss off. Get a life.
Oh god, Did you see that ridiculous Photoshop that someone did of me? That's so fast. I still haven't quite got over that.
That was shocking.
It was unbelievable.
That's like, one, you and I've told you this before, you look amazing in all your pictures, you really do.
That's nice.
And two, that Photoshop was just terrible. It's like, you've got all this spare time to do that.
I don't know.
Why not at least do it properly?
I can't imagine. Like, I just can't imagine what was going through their head when they were doing it. Well, I do understand it, actually. It's not, they weren't trying to, it was obviously done in bad faith. They weren't trying to do anything apart from taunt me. I mean, it was like a taunting
Yeah.
kind of thing. You know, it's like, hey, look, you could have looked like this. And I was like, yeah, I'm kind of glad I didn't actually. That's fine, but I understand what you were trying to go for. But it's not worked. I'm afraid in so many ways it's not worked. Mugglemania, voting in the UK is really a case of the lesser evil these days, which sucks so much. It's a bit like the US, isn't it? It's not. It's a similar situation. The Democrats and the Republicans. It's like that. It's like that meme kind of drop. You know, the plane dropping bombs. It's like you vote for Republican, you get a B-52 dropping bombs. You vote for the Democrats, you can get a B-52 with rainbow flags on, dropping bombs. It's the same. It's the same thing. Thousands. Ashlyn says there's a Labour stand at my local Pride. You will be saying your bit. I'm very happy to hear that, Ashlyn. Don't hold back. They need to hear it. I think they need to hear it, and they need to understand that they're not. It's not okay.
For sure, do it.
It's not okay. Story girl. I can't even bring myself to say the party of women out loud. What a farce. To me, to pow. Ooh, to pow. That was a good band. What did they do? What did Tapao do?
China in your hand, but she's turned out to be. She's on GB News now a lot.
No.
The lead singer from Tapao.
No.
Yeah, absolutely.
Oh no, she was amazing. I was like,
Carol Decker.
That's the one.
I think
Carol
is her
Decker.
name.
Yeah, that was it. She was beautiful, and I really enjoyed.
She really was. I can remember hearing that song as a child and absolutely adoring it. In fact, I made my mum and dad take me to the shops to get the 7-inch.
Yeah, it was a really good song. And it was, I suspect it may have been an early egg cracker, honestly, because Carol Decker, she was goals. You know, I looked at her and I was like, oh my God. But anyway, Errol's here. Hello, Errol. How you doing? Storage says, yes, no, we've got the Hannah chick here. That Hannah chick, Storage. How could you not have spotted her? She's right here in my hand. Hannah in my hand. We've also got a first-time chat from... Oh, Mugamania, you are gender fluid pan. Cool, thanks. It's not popping up for me with the pronouns and things. Oh, no, it doesn't do that because I'm using stupid OBS chat. But I'll try and remember, thank you. Storage says, early Drag Race, where they didn't allow trans people, but some of the contestants were hiding being trans, definitely muddied the distinction a little. So they were trans. They weren't supposed to be trans. Well, no one's supposed to be trans. No, but they weren't supposed to be allowed to be trans on the show. Okay. Hello, first time chat from Ginjay. I stopped a friendship last week for that. Oh, they posted something.
That's my Ginge.
You got a Ginge?
That's my Ginge, and they're downstairs right now.
Oh, cool. Okay. Well, hello, Ginge. Welcome to the stream. I'm glad someone's claimed ownership for you. They posted something from the Daily Mail that was queerphobic. I called it out. They give it the whole I support trans women. Oh, we got a donation from Slothdude. Slothdude, thank you so much for the donation. That's amazing. It's lovely when that happens. I'll check it out later. That's amazing. Thank you so much for the support, everyone. Oh, that definitely deserves a heart. Hold on. Let's do a heart. Come on, iPhone. Boom. We got hearts. We got hearts in the chat. Does your camera do that? My camera's amazing. It does that automatically. It was accidental. I didn't need to do anything. It just does hearts when I do these symbols. Also, I can do this, and it does.
Oh wow! How did you do that?
It just recognizes your hand movements. I don't, like if I do 2 thumbs up, it does fireworks. It's freaking amazing.
Does it work when I do it?
I don't know. It might do. Get your hands in the frame. You need to go a bit lower. Go down a bit lower with your hands. There you go. It's not doing it. No. It might be using the depth buffer as well in the camera or whatever. So it doesn't recognize you. It's like a dog looking in a mirror. It doesn't know what it's looking at with you, I'm afraid. So anyway, sorry, Ginge. I support trans women who support me, but some have been mean, so I don't support them all. Well, you either do or you don't. So she's basically just, taking them, because not all trans people are angels. Just like any human group of human beings. There are the decent people, generally speaking. That's like 90% of them or whatever. And then you get a small percent of who are a bit dodge. And that's just the way humanity works. Thanks for the follow, Dog Bomb. Nice username, Dog Bomb. Love it. We are 8 followers.
Yeah, Dog Bomb's in.
Dog Bomb's here. We are 8 followers away from the big 1,000,000. And I haven't done anything to prepare for it. So I almost hope that we don't get it, but at the same time, obviously, I would love to get it at this stream. We'll see. Yes, you either do or you don't. Trans people are held to an impossible standard where if even a cis person hears of a trans person being mean, it inhibits their support. That pisses me off. It pisses me off too. Ginge, hello, thank you for that's a good that was interesting, and I'm sorry about your friend. It's terrible to lose friends over this, isn't it? But that's sometimes what happens. I know that happens quite a bit. You lost any friends, Hannah, recently? Sorry for the personal question. Just
no, I've got a couple of family members that don't speak to me,
Fuck.
but the majority of my family have been completely supportive.
Well, I'm glad to hear.
I don't know of any friends that I've lost. If you get me, they've certainly not said anything.
Yeah, sure. You may have lost them inside their heads, and they're just being nice to you. But they're being civil. I mean, that's important, obviously, isn't it?
I did have. So when I first came out, I had a family member, without going into too much detail, say, "Oh well, I'll never understand it, but I'll always support you."
Oh, yeah, okay.
And I just sort of said to them, "It's not down to you to understand.
No, you don't need
It's
to.
about me feeling comfortable in my own body for the first time in my life."
Yeah.
You know.
They always put
and
themselves. Sorry, go on.
Yeah, instantly that clicked. They changed at just me saying that.
Oh, cool.
You know?
That's cool. That's cool because that's what a lot of cis people have difficulties with, isn't it? They always put themselves in the shoes of, oh well, I wouldn't want to do that personally. Like that would be weird. I would hate to have the wrong body, and they just don't quite get it. It's like, yeah, that would be rubbish, wouldn't it, to have the wrong body? Come on, just make the step. You can get there. 2 Points West. Hannah said something about being accused of being angry if you speak up, and that tactic is frequently used against black women. So I'm wondering how they deal with it. Oh, you are so right, 2 Points West. You are so right. It's the same tactics that they use. If you talk back, if you're angry, you immediately get accused of being like aggressive, or or angry and all this kind of stuff. But you're literally just trying to stand up for yourself. They love to do that shit. It's a tactic.
To be honest, in answer to that question, I just stay as calm as I can, and just repeat facts.
Yeah.
And at that point, if they carry on accusing me of being angry, I'll just disengage.
I think I
really do.
That's very smart and well done.
I find it very rare that people are like that in real life. It's mostly online people are like that.
Yeah, sure.
And it's a common thing, isn't it? Most of these people don't know any trans people.
No, they don't.
They don't know any trans women. They don't know any trans men, and they've got no interaction there to go on.
Honestly, some of these people on the internet, I'm not sure they know many people. Like, just full stop. To be honest, it feels like they're just.
I'm not sure they know what the sky is.
Yeah, they need to. What's the phrase? They need to go outside and touch grass. That's what they need to do.
Touch grass.
I don't really like that phrase. It's a bit weird, but yeah, I think that does explain
it's
what
true,
things
though.
do.
I once said that to someone, and they came back at me and were like, "That's a standard thing that you trans folk always say," and it's like, No, I'm actually genuinely concerned for you. You need to go outside and experience real life.
You do. You need
It's not an insult.
smell the flowers and, look at the trees and, maybe dip your feet in the water of actual real life. Because the internet's a very silly place sometimes, and it's not healthy.
It's a ridiculous place.
It's not healthy. So I never use the internet. I'm gonna record this and then send it out on VHS videotape to all my friends. I'm not. It's just
old school mailing list style.
Yeah, it's just a much healthier lifestyle. Ariel says, I'm basically dropping in to
Absolutely.
say I can't stay. I'm helping Dad clear out the kitchen. Okay, Ariel, that's cool, but you still got your view streak, so well done. Have a fun clearing out of the kitchen. Story Girl says, I've never heard of a band called that. Panow? Panow? No, it's Tapow. And the reason they were called Tapow, do you know the reason, Hannah?
No, I don't.
Aha, I know the reason. Okay, who knows the reason? In chat, come on, I know the reason. Let's see if anyone else is as geeky as me. I strongly suspect we may have a couple of fellow geeks. Yeah. It's the Star Trek reference. Yeah, we got it straight away. Mooglemania got it. Spock's. Was it Spock's mum or was it his? It was someone. It was some kind of Vulcan, wasn't it? Thanks for the follow.
I never knew that.
Kate Tompkin. Yeah, it was definitely a Star Trek reference. It's a Vulcan, some kind of Vulcan priestess. I thought it was like a high priestess. In the episode where Spock has to mate. Yeah. There you go. Bill's got it too. He has to go back to Vulcan because he's got the horn, and he's got it real bad. And he apparently Vulcans only get the horn every 10 years or whatever. I don't know, but he has to go back to Vulcan and get his rocks off. And so they do that, and instead of actually doing any of the sexy stuff, they just have a big fight. It's a weird episode, but it's that's where T'Pau's from. I think she's the High Priestess in that 1968 episode of Star Trek. Oh my God, I know too much about nerdy stuff. Help! I'm turning into a mess. No, it's too late for me. Help! Save yourselves.
There's nothing. Embrace it.
Embrace it.
Nothing wrong with it.
The thing is, though, as a guy, as a pretend guy, when I got accused of being a geek or a nerd or whatever, I was like, no, I don't want to be that. As a girl, being a geeky, nerdy girl, I'm like, that's cool. I know. I am total fucking geeky girl. And that is fine. That's a much cooler thing to be. It's okay. And it feels right for me. Yes, so Story Girl says, is it an OBS plugin? Oh no, it's not. It's built into it's an iPhone. It's a fairly new iPhone, so they built it in. I could probably turn it off if I wanted to, but I don't want to. I just want to keep it on. Yeah, it's built into the iPhone, so it goes straight, it processes it in the iPhone, and then ends up on the stream. It took me by surprise the first couple of times. I had no idea what was going on because I think I put my thumb up, and it started doing it's not doing it now, but it started doing a thumb symbol when I had my thumb up. And I was like, what's going on there? Who's that? Where's that from? And it took me ages to figure out what was happening. Yes, Lofty, that's it. Let's just scroll down a little bit. Mooglemania. Yeah, I had to give up on a friend when I came out. He said their religion. Oh, religion. Didn't believe trans and gay and all that stuff it doesn't exist. Yeah, so he wouldn't acknowledge me as such. Religion, eh? That's a fun one. Are you religious, Hannah?
No,
that's an easy answer.
We were taken to church as children, and Mum gave us the option, I think, when I was about 11 or 12, if we still wanted to go, and I just went, no.
Yeah, that's exactly the same.
Still going.
That's exactly the same for me. Yeah, I was, forced to go to, literally forced to go to church early on in my life, and I think probably around a similar age, my mum just said, okay, so, you're old enough now to decide, do you want to stay home or do you want to go to church with me? And I was like, I'm going to stay home, thanks. Because it was the most, and it was torture, the most boring experience a child could possibly, because I was not listening to it. And when I did listen to it, I was like, this is really stupid and boring. I just zoned out and I didn't want to be there. It was just, I just had to disassociate for an hour.
Absolutely the same, zoning out.
Yeah.
The best thing for me, though, was we were in the choir.
Oh, yeah.
So I got to wear, frilly collars and smocks and stuff, and it was this is nice.
This is nice. I got a story for you. The priest, the vicar that was at the school when I was young, he wanted me to join the choir because I had a good voice, but I declined the generous offer because I fucking hated his guts. Because he did some of the lessons in the primary school I was in. It was like a guest teacher. I don't know what the hell was going on there. There's no way he should have been there. And I think I dropped my pencil on the floor one day. So my pencil was on the desk and it just rolled off and landed on the floor. And I was called to the front of the class because of this, because I'd disrupted the whatever it was that we were doing, or my pencil had. And then he ruled the back of my hands, the back of both my hands. He ruled them as hard as he possibly could, and basically torture for a 7-year-old. It's not healthy,
Wow.
and I will never forget that. I wish I could never remember it, but I will never forget it. And so I declined his generous offer of being a choir boy for him because I fucking hate you. Go away. I didn't say that, but I just said no thanks. Oh God, that's trauma. Childhood. That's brought the tone down, hasn't it? Sorry about that, everybody. It's just my life. What can I say? Storage says, lawns are great for the environment, and we should not be encouraging grass interaction. We should not be encouraging that. I think it's okay to touch them. I don't think you're going to do any damage. Storage says, I think we should touch cows, but not like that. Storage, what the fuck? What are you talking about? Go outside and touch a cow. It's not easy though when you live in the city. There's not that many cows. I live in Oslo, and we saw a tractor driving down the road the other day. So I'm not far from the centre, and there was a tractor driving down the road in the capital city. It's kind of funny. You don't see that in London very often, do you? I don't think.
No, I don't. I mean, to be honest, I've not spent that much time in London, and I try and avoid it.
Where do you live again? What area?
I'm sort of Midlands, top end of the Midlands, Lincolnshire.
Yeah. Okay, cool. Yes,
It's literally like 5 minutes that way, and you're in the country.
Yeah, cool. Yeah, that's nice, isn't it? That's really nice. Same for us, really. It's like it's not far to walk, and we're in the mountains and the forests. It's lovely. It's about 15 minutes, and you're in there just walking. Yeah, thank you, Bill. It was a mock time. That was the name of the episode. It was a mock time. Yeah, Early says, just embrace being a geek. Geeks are bloody hot. I'm a hot geek. It's another hot day, so I'm another hot geek. Mugomania says, I always liked robes, especially at LARPs. Depending on the weather, you can wear as much or as little under them as you want. Oh, yeah, okay. Going commando in a robe.
That's not like Moog.
Story says, my gran, this is interesting, my gran was very against Christianity, but she did go out of her way to say she didn't think it was right that two men could get married. Years later, she said it was sad we'd grown apart. I quite liked her, but I didn't mind so much, to be honest. I mean, you know, if she's spouting that shit, she's obviously being affected, but I think it's probably harder for the older generation to change the mindset because that stuff has been drilled into them from a very early age. And it's like they're victims of society just as much as we are victims of the society that's created, you know, in a sense. But it's so much better, isn't it? I mean, I think that things are definitely moving forward in that regard. As far as gay acceptance, sure. It's great. I wish we could say the same for trans acceptance, but gay acceptance, well done. Oh, hello, Sam Wise. We've got a first-time chat from Sam Wise. Hope you're doing well. Thank you for popping in.
Hi, Sam.
Sam Wise Gamgee. Potato. Something I missed. Aurelia says I actually believed until I was 16. At that point, the world brutally convinced me that there couldn't be a God. I see. So you believed in like a God, or you were a bit religious until 16. My actual views on religion have evolved ever since, but I'm a proud believer in nothing now. Well, that's not accurate. I have faith in humanity, but not in a religious sense. More in a we have potential to do amazing things. And it's not us, but not in a supernatural way. I completely agree already. I think humanity is like, I think it is an amazing. We have so much potential, and so much potential for good, and so much kind of potential to just be better. You know, be better than we are. We kind of we're letting ourselves down a lot of the time, but. I also believe, and we see possible futures in science fiction and in fantasy and stories and things, and we kind of, I just wish we could get there. I wish we could get there a little bit more and have a little less war and a little more love. Wouldn't that be nice?
Absolutely. What's wrong with that? I mean, clearly things aren't working as they stand, right? What's wrong with trying something different?
Absolutely. And there's a lot of ways that we could improve society and improve people's lives, and it just feels like, and again, it's like, and a lot of people are like, yeah, I think that would be good, and the governments, the governors, they're just putting things in their ears and being like, nope, business as usual. Like, it can't be. Business cannot continue as usual, because eventually we're not going to have a planet or a society to govern, guys. We need to actually, for our children, we need to pull our thumbs out of our bottoms and actually make a start on seriously sorting things out. Right? I don't think that's a controversial statement. As a trans person, Hannah, has it given you do you feel like you've got a bit more of a kind of a perspective, like a wider perspective on how society works and how, and inequalities and things like that? Has it opened your eyes, or were you kind of woke before? What was your experience?
I was definitely a lefty, and I was definitely a socialist.
Cool.
I don't think I had as much awareness and involvement as I do now.
Mm-hmm.
I think, I've often thought, like, when I came out, in my head, it's like the sound of music and me jumping around the garden and like, the hills are alive. And now it's more like the image of G.I. Jane, Demi Moore in G.I. Jane, shaved head, battling up. Like, yeah, it really has raised my awareness in that way, for sure.
Water.
Let's not forget, it was only 2 years ago that I came out, just over 2 years ago.
2 years, that's congratulations, well done. It was, so I just had my 3-year HRT anniversary. That was actually 2 days ago. Thank you so much, babe. I am completely watered out.
Do you need a refill of both?
I need a refill of everything. Just inject. Can you just do the IV line again? Oh, here we go. Right, bye. So I don't know if you know, but last week was a week for me. I had a bit of a week. I got I'm a mono-boobed now, and I got a falsie on this left one. They took my boob. They took it from me because it was never gonna heal. I've been walking around with a leaky boob for almost 2 years, literally, and it's just screwed my entire life up. But so the doctors, I got it done in Istanbul, but the local doctors took a look at it, and I've been in and out, but they took a look at it recently, and they were like, we need to remove this implant. It's never going to get better. And I was at the point where I was like, because they've told me this before, and I didn't want to believe it. I wanted to keep giving it a go and stitching it. But this time I was like, okay, we are going to do this. I've mentally prepared myself. I know that I have to do this. Let's just get rid of the fucker. So I am mono boob now. It took them so my point was with the IV line. It took them 5 attempts. Thank you so much. There you go. 5 attempts to find a bloody vein, so that the IV line went in. I was not having a good day. I was not having a fun time. I hate needles at the best of times. I've been poked and prodded in the last 3 years more than I ever thought possible for, I never expected to have to go through all this, really, honestly. But yeah, I'm kind of, in a sense, because I have gone so fast forward on my transition, I just I had all my savings. I knew what I wanted to do with them, and when I flicked the switch, I just went for it.
Yeah, I'd agree with that.
They are coming in 5 minutes.
Roughly, I haven't received the message.
Yeah, okay. So I just got to interrupt myself and everyone else. We're going to have to go. It's not now, but we are expecting some house viewers to be looking around the house, which means that when they come in this room, I'll have to go on a little break. Don't nobody go nowhere when I go on the break, but because it'll probably be just a minute or two. But I just have to turn the stream off because I don't want strangers to be on the stream, and they probably don't want to be on the stream either. So just to warn you, that's probably going to be something that happens. So how's your transition going then, Hannah? What's your major milestones? Do you still have things that you want to do, or are you still working on laser?
The next step, I guess, for me is gender recognition certificate. I'm on HRT now. It's sort of a progressive thing, isn't it? It's not something you can do all at once.
No.
I've got my driving license. I've got, I'm recognised as female on my driving license because you can do that. Yeah, cool. After that, it'll be my sport, I guess, so we can start travelling and go abroad and stuff. That's pretty much where I am at the moment. I'm so much more comfortable. I can remember thinking to myself before I came out, literally about 6 months, would I be happier if I was honest with myself? And I know that sounds a silly question, but that's what I asked myself, and
that's why we do it, isn't it?
Yeah,
I mean, it's
I
not,
am.
So some people think we do it
110% happy.
Yeah, some people think we do it in order to be beautiful women. It's like we want to be pretty beautiful women and wear beautiful dresses and all this kind, just be like stereotypically feminine or this idealized, feminized bodies or whatever. And like bodies are important, sure, and we do want to be more, more feminine, but it's not about external appearances as much as it is about just feeling comfortable in ourselves. It's like that, just that level of comfort that we haven't felt throughout our entire lives until we transition. Then when we transition, suddenly it's like, oh, this is what it's supposed to feel like. I suddenly feel like my body's like a home that I can live in now and kind of enjoy being in. Whereas before, it was like living in a war zone, a battlefield or something. It was, it was not a fun place to be most of the time. So that's
the thing as well. Like, if you go through my photo reel on my phone right now and then compare it to pre-transition, there are so many bloody selfies and pictures of me smiling, actually smiling.
Oh, smiles change.
And I just didn't want that before. I'd be at family dues and I'd never be in any of the pictures. And now it's like, oh, camera.
Yeah, it's cool.
It's not an ego thing. It's a comfort thing. I am finally comfortable in my own body and want to show people my face.
That's absolutely right. That's why we do it. We want to be comfortable. We want to be, we want to have the same level of comfort as cis people just get for free automatically, and So one of the criticisms of transphobes and TERFs and stuff is that we're just mimicking womanhood, and it's like we're wearing woman face and all this nonsense. And it's like, no, you're really missing something key. Actually, you're missing a key aspect of what it is to be trans. But they don't listen. They don't. They're like we're having completely different conversations. It's like we're just talking over each other, just not seeing eye to eye, not really existing in the same reality at all, and. It's very difficult to reason with them. In fact, it's almost impossible most of the time because they don't care about facts or reason or sign or evidence or all that kind of stuff unless it supports their extreme viewpoint. Oh, we got a new follower, Samwise. Thank you, Samwise. That's very nice. How is Frodo?
Yeah. I mean, that whole phrase, woman face, just
no.
pisses me off anyway.
It's a bad one.
You're basically holding up the stereotype, right? Just by saying that.
Yeah. I'm going to go to the building scene, see if it works. Hold on, it's not going to work because my camera is not on. I'm just going to set this up. I forgot to do it earlier. That should be on now. There you go. Because I'm going to continue building the Concorde while we chat. It's a really good model. It's massive. It's huge. I've got this section at the moment, and this is the section I'm working on. This is where the front undercarriage is going to live here, and there's like a mechanism for it to deploy. It's really cool. Do you like Lego, Hannah?
I do. We had tubs and tubs of Lego when we were kids.
But not something that you
Yeah,
continue
I've
as an
always
adult.
enjoyed Lego.
Or do you still play it? Do you still or build it?
Not really. I'd like to get some more. I'd like to get some sort of more girly models that I wanted as a kid.
Oh yeah, okay. Cool.
But I do have a friend that collects Lego, a very good friend I've known since school, and he basically has it all in glass cabinets.
Oh yeah. Proper
He's got all the
collector,
Doctor Who models and stuff like that. It's really cool.
I don't have any Doctor Who Lego. I'm actually not. So I don't know if my geek credentials need to be revoked or downgraded in some way, but I'm actually not a Doctor Who fan. I've got to say, I never really. I've watched.
It's not for everyone.
No, I watched it as a kid a bit, but I never really got into it. And I always felt it was kind of scary and also a bit bizarre. And I don't know if that's still the case. I mean, I probably won't be too scared, but
It can be, yeah. There have been some darker episodes of late.
Yeah,
Or in
okay.
the, newer seasons.
But I understand that the Doctor Who is a brilliant, property because of the fact that it's actually got pretty good representation, hasn't it? It's isn't the
really
assistant
does.
trans now? Wasn't there one of the Doctor's? Is it called assistants or whatever? Companions? Oh my God, companion sounds wrong, but that's they're trans, aren't they? I'm gonna just modify your frame. I don't know why you're in a portrait now. I don't know why. There we go. We can see you a little better now. And maybe we don't need as much here. Cool. That's cool. We got lots of things going on here. I love it. Oh boy, yes. So, as I say, I am feeling a little. I'm drinking Coke. I'm drinking water. I just had a really good time, and I was dancing quite a lot, and I love dancing, and I haven't danced for I don't know the last time I danced. It must have been like a year or something since I had a proper dance, and it was so good. It was so good. The DJ was great actually. She was brilliant, and it felt like a very safe space. It was awesome stuff. When do you like dancing, Hannah? That's enough.
I do very much.
Cool.
I do. I mean, just ask my guys. I act like a complete tit on my stream
So
when I'm DJing.
So now you transition. Has your dancing changed? Is that so? Are you freer to dance, or were you always kind of okay?
I've always found, like, being in a club, being out dancing, I've always found it quite freeing anyway. I've never had any inhibitions with that. I would say, yeah, I am freer. I'm even less scared, I guess, to let myself go.
That's cool. That's cool.
Which is good.
That is good. I'm gonna have a look and see what's going on in the chat. Aurelia says, I want a garden for the comfy relaxation parties, like winding cobbled paths between bushes, trees, shrubbery and flowers. Maybe even a little fish pond, and then a market garden that's made for sustenance and selling from. Sounds idyllic.
That sounds amazing.
Does sound good, that. Aurelia's got some nice ideas. And then she says, no, Maya, your test stream the other day murdered my watch streak. Oh, right. You had a massive watch streak, and then I did a test stream, but you didn't watch me on the test stream, and it's sorry, Aurelia. I never thought about that. It's something to think about, isn't it? Because I do sometimes do test streams just to make sure that the technical things are working properly for guests. But of course, there's always issues anyway. There's always issues with OBS. Is that what you use? You use OBS as well, Hannah?
Yeah. I was using Streamlabs OBS, but it's just not as good.
Yeah, I mean, it's basically the same thing. They've just reskinned. They've taken, because OBS is open source, so they've basically just taken the code base and then just reskinned it and added some extra, guff on top, haven't they? I don't know if...
Yeah, but they have taken some bits out as well.
Okay.
Annoyingly.
Okay.
Like some of the more sort of technical features.
I don't, but then also they are trying to, so there is a business as well, and they're trying to commercialize it, and it feels a little cheeky. I don't know. It feels a little wrong to do that. Honestly, I don't like the ethics of it. So I'm not a huge fan of Streamlabs. Like, I didn't know at first when I started streaming. I had no idea, but people told me about these kinds of things, and you know, it opened my eyes. What's happening in the chat? Aurelia says, we flew to the moon on explosions, for crying out loud. Imagine what more we can do if we stop sabotaging ourselves all the time. And sometimes explosions can be used for good, not just bad. Indeed. Storage says, I did read a fun argument about the idea that atheists didn't really exist, because we all have a sort of spiritual relationships with an inner voice, and faiths like that in something has always been a support for people. Ooh, that's an interesting argument. I don't think I agree with it, but I understand what I think I get the gist. It's like we've got our own little personal kind of devil and angel on our shoulders or whatever, just from being human beings and just being conscious and just having multiple facets, a multitude of people inside our own brains. I mean, it's sort of true, but also I don't think that means that we are suddenly religious. I just think that that's the human condition, isn't it? I don't know. The music's quite good. What's this? Aurelia Weltschmerz. It's a German word for the world not quite living up to your ideals, and that causing emotional agony. Weltschmerz. I like that. Germans have got some good words, haven't they? They got good words, Germans, sometimes. Weltschmerz. I got to remember that one.
I loved doing German at school.
Did you?
It was so much fun.
Oh, I didn't like
It's
it.
such a guttural language.
It really is. Too much for me. I don't know. Maybe it's okay. Maybe I could do German like now, but I couldn't do it then. It was like I just hated my own voice and having to speak things, and you know, German maybe just made it even worse for me. I don't know. That's an interesting thought that I just had just now. I didn't really think about that, but for some reason I really despised German, and French was okay. I don't know why French was okay, but German not. But yeah, maybe it was something about dysphoria. Right, we've got some Concorde facts. When travelling at cruising speed, Concorde's airframe would heat up to the point that the aircraft would stretch by
it would.
up to 25 centimetres, which is quite a lot.
There was a story about someone losing a book. They put a book into a nook in Concorde, and then when it landed, the book had gone.
The book had gone. Where'd the book gone? The Concorde had eaten it. I'm gonna connect up the two parts now, which I actually did accidentally last time, but I shouldn't have done it because I wasn't supposed to. So I'm now gonna connect up this front bit with the main body. So this is gonna be exciting. I also made some errors that I corrected before the stream. I was looking at my build and I was like, this doesn't make any sense, Maya. What have you done, you silly cow? And so I fixed it, I think. But if you watch the VOD on the last stream, you might see some funny building errors that I just didn't notice. Because sometimes I just get distracted and I just don't see these things. Okay. We are now putting these in for strength. This is massive. Have you seen the size of this thing? It's giant. It's a giant piece of Lego. Maybe it's difficult to tell just from on the table, but there's not a lot of space at all now, apart from just this for this Concorde. It's really amazing. Was that the door? Yes, it is. Right, I'm gonna have to go on a break now, just for like 60 seconds or something. So I'll see you all very soon. Hope you don't go anywhere. See you soon, Hannah.
See you soon.
Costa, or basically anywhere. Maybe a small independent coffee place. Obviously is better. But don't go to Starbucks. Don't go to Starbucks. Yeah, Okay. I'm just kind of filling myself up. It's not the first time on stream. I stole the mince. I stole it. I stole it from tomorrow's meal because tomorrow we're going to have tacos, right? So we had the mince ready for the tacos. And I was in there like scooping out a bit of mince. And, you know, Mildred was like, "Oh, what are you doing? That's for the tacos." And I was like, "It's not, it's mine now." And then she punched me in the face. And so I hit her with a frying pan. Boom! It's a metaphor, but I don't know what for. Oh, I messed it up. I messed that up. Shit. Did I? What have I... Right, I've messed something up. Oh.
Hide their flaws. He was like American women, or like he was just kind of referring to me.
We are back. Oh shit, where's Hannah gone? Well, we are... Oh, there you go.
I'm here.
Sorry, I've taken my headphones out. Hello. Yeah, sorry about that, but that didn't take that long. She was kind of in and out. They're selling the house, and we're in the basement of the main house. So there's, you know, they're selling the whole thing, which means we got to try and find a new place in Oslo, fairly soon. This was always going to be a short-term rental, but it's a pretty nice place. The price is right, and the area's good. So we don't regret getting this place. It was a good first step into the world of Oslo, but we need to keep looking soon. Your own thoughts, says Soft Dude, are not the same thing as a magic sky dad, though. I agree. They're not the same thing. They're very different things. Just because, like, the brain is a big mystery, isn't it? And so some people will be like, well, the brain is such an amazingly weird, strange thing. We can't possibly explain it with science. It's like, yeah, we can. Just because we haven't done it yet doesn't mean that it runs on magic dust. It's still a physical thing. There's still, it's not. There's no properties of it that are not real. although some people will try to argue the opposite, I think.
Oh, absolutely.
Story Girl. Oh, thank you, Megomania. Thank you. And also, Slofted says, should the hydrate also apply to guest stars? I think it should. I think you're right. So if I get a hydrate, everyone hydrates. Well, not everyone, but, guests should hydrate too, if you like. If you're thirsty. I don't think it's compulsory, but it's it's important to stay hydrated, isn't it?
Aye.
Story Girl says, I started HRT in 2017, but haven't been able to afford it since 2020. Shit. Oh, lazy folks. That was loud. Bloody hell. Okay, thank you for the bits, Lazy Fox. Very much appreciated. I'm going to put these plastic things on my ears again because they're quite funny and big. So whenever I get bits, I always put Lego on my earrings. That's the thing. That's what I do. It's silly and fun.
Modular earrings. I like that.
Sometimes they can get pretty big and heavy, and I have to just take them off because they're too much. Because I'm gonna end up with like really long ears or something. I don't know, stretched, which is a look, but it's not one I would want to go for. Anyway, thank you very much for the bits. And I'm sorry to hear that, Story Girl. That's really bullshit, isn't it? I haven't been able to afford it for 4 years. I'm so sorry. I wish that wasn't the case. I hope you're doing okay, despite that. Mugomania, so much sympathies on IV cannulation. Yeah, do you have the same problem? I don't know. They were saying my veins are stupid, or they were saying I've got difficult. They didn't say that. They were saying I've got very difficult veins or something, and I'm like, I don't know. I've just got this body. It seems to work most of the time, but sometimes in this kind of situation, I'm like, what's going on? Everyone else It works for everyone else, but it doesn't work for me. I don't get it. Do you have any kind of horrible experiences in hospitals, Hannah? Have you managed to avoid that?
Yeah, I mean, I have similar sort of veins. I have an essential tremor, so I shake.
Oh, okay.
And when I was younger, they didn't really know what it was, and I went for lots of blood tests. And I can remember going for one blood test, I think I was about 12, 13, and the nurse kept trying to get a vein and failing.
Oh, God.
And I was literally sat there in tears,
Yeah.
just like, can you just make it stop or something, you know?
Yeah, yeah. I've had some...
Nothing
like that.
major though, just a fear of needles, really.
That's, I mean, you know, it's a fairly natural fear. It's sometimes it actually happened. One of the nurses says, do you not like needles? And I said, does anyone like needles?
Does anyone actually come in going, oh yeah, bring it on?
Come on, let's do it, baby. I've been excited for this. There's a link to our Discord. Thank you, Aurelia. So if anyone wants to join our Discord, we have a fun old time and a fun old community in our Discord, Transbricks Discord. There's a link in the chat. It's a fun place to be. And if you like Lego, but you don't have to like Lego, but if you like Lego, you'll definitely get a kick out of it. We are on to bag 12.
I've just looked at the stream at the top-down shot. That is huge.
It's massive, right? It's massive. Yeah. You weren't looking at the stream. This is massive. It's a giant aeroplane. I almost said spaceship, but it's an aeroplane. It's similar wing shape to the space shuttle. You know,
It's the Delta Wing.
It's
Isn't
a
it?
Delta Wing, but it's got a special. It's got what's it called? We were talking about it yesterday. We were talking about Delta Wings and pineapples yesterday, and I learnt a lot of things. Some things that I didn't really. I'm not sure I wanted to know, but I learned a lot of things about people putting pineapples on the windowsills and things. Do you know about that, Hannah?
Sorry, say again. Sorry.
So if you see a pineapple in someone's windowsill in a house or whatever, what do you think? Do you think they just like pineapples?
Yeah.
No.
Is it like having pampas grass in the 70s in your front garden?
Right. Right. Hold on. Pampas grass. What does that mean? Apart from the fact that you like pampas, what's it mean?
It basically meant you were a swinger.
There you go. It's the same thing. Is it? Yeah. If you have a
didn't know that.
pineapple, I think it's an
I'm
upside.
so innocent.
Me too. I had no idea, and it seemed like the whole chat, everyone knew this, and I was like, no, what? Everyone knows it. I think it's possibly because everyone in the chat is actually a swinger, and so it makes sense that they'd know it. I didn't know it. I had no idea. Everyone's a swinger in the chat. Ooh, I'm gonna put this on now. That's fun. No, what? Oh no, it goes on top. I see. It goes on top. I was kind of confusing myself, but it goes like that. That's kind of weird. I don't know. Storage says, tell them the stream is a permanent fixture, and if they move in, they've got to continue it. Yeah. So every Sunday, guys, every Sunday, every Wednesday, every Thursday, you've got to do the stream. Otherwise, I'm afraid you can't buy the house. It's in the contract. I think they're a bit. I think that I don't think they would agree, and also I think that they're sort of confused by me. I think I think that they're like confused and bemused. The owners, they're like they don't really know exactly what's going on, and they probably just think I mean I don't know what they think. I don't know what they should think. What this goes in now? Come on. No, there you go. Yeah, it's gone in. Goes in all the way. Yes. Oh gosh, that's quite tough. But that's going to hold it in real secure. Gosh, I don't know how that's ever going to come off. But and then the other one goes in the other way like this. Strength. Good. Good. Technic axles for strength. I like it. This is going to be fun. I think this instruction bag, this bag is going to be the bit where I build the interior. I can see that I've got to build a little Lego toilet now. This is my kind of thing. I love this. Awesome. A little Lego toilet. And
A
seating.
little Lego toilet so the little Lego figures can join the Mile High Club.
Yes, that's what it's for. That's what toilets are for on aeroplanes. No other reason.
Absolutely.
I'm not a member of that club. I have to say. I wish. Like
I am not.
I know someone is. I know someone in chat is, but I'm not. And also I don't know. Like is it gonna be any good? It just feels like a bit stressful, honestly. I don't know if that's my bad. I don't like stressful sex. I like it when there's there's no pressure and no there's I don't know if I'm that much of a. I mean, okay. It could be a bit of fun, and it's nice to be it's nice to kind of say you've done it, isn't it? But it's definitely not something I would want to do regularly. Right, we're going to the visitor, so we're going to go on another little break. Back in a few minutes. You have tested me to my very limits, but I still fucking found you, didn't I? It's not a game of hide and seek, Lego. Good, I found it. There he goes. Oh. He might hit the thing. Don't hit the thing while he... Oh no, his chains come off. His chains come off. Is that a fairly new Matrix game? I didn't know that existed, actually. Right, I love these pieces. I love them. I'm putting them on. It's almost 20 years old. Right, there you go. That makes more sense. That makes a lot more sense to me now. Yeah, like a new Matrix game? What? Why? PS2? And they're gone again. Hey, this is going to get old real quick. But we knew this was going to happen. They haven't just sprung this one on us. We sort of knew this was going to happen, but I didn't want to cancel the stream because the stream is fun. Hannah, come back. Where's Hannah gone? Maybe she's gone for a wee. Hopefully she'll come back soon. Anyway, that's a fun idea storage. I think it's we'll definitely do that. We'll tell them next time. We'll tell them, the next people. You have to continue the stream. I can hear things happening. I think maybe she's just disabled the camera. Mugomania says, I have had so many people tell me how happy I look when I go femme. Mask Me hates the camera. Or maybe, I don't know. No, I think that's kind of pretty standard. Like, I don't know, you're gender fluid, aren't you? So, but that's a pretty... I think that's kind of a standard thing. That's why we do it. Welcome back, Hannah. They went long. They didn't last long. I scared them off. Already says, I have PTSD and CPTSD from how society has treated me for being trans and neurodivergent. It's hard to separate where one ends and the other starts, and thus also which specific things were for what, with a few exceptions. Poor Aurelia, she's not had an easy time in life, but unfortunately most people don't accept that CPTSD exists at all. Well, they're silly, they should. Who cares what they think?
What's CPTSD? I saw that flash through.
I think it's complex. It's complex post. Is it complex or is it? Yeah, I think it's complex. Yeah, complex
right.
Post-traumatic stress disorder. So it's
That's awful though.
It's complicated. Clicky bricks. I do some clicky bricks. Do you want to hear a clicky brick? He's my extremely cool microphone. Here's a click. Ready? Wait. I built that
ASMR with trans bricks.
I know I can do it now. I love this microphone to bits. I'm gonna. And this is a.
Is it a Shure?
It is.
Yeah, it is.
It sure is. That was a little microphone joke. Ray says not a Doctor Who fan either. You don't have to be into all the geeky things to be a geek. That's true. It's so huge. I'm not into anime. That's another thing that I'm not really into, and a lot of trans people are into anime, and I don't really understand it. But
I'm not really.
no, okay, cool.
I did all the old school stuff like Akira and Ghost in the Shell, everything like that.
Yeah, like the really
I'm
obvious
not
common
so
ones.
into the more modern stuff.
I agree that and I enjoyed it. I gotta say, I did enjoy Ghost in the Shell, and I guess Akira to a lesser extent. It was a bit weird. I haven't watched it for a long time. I did like Kaneda's Bike, and I was thinking about making. I've been trying to figure out Kaneda's Bike in Lego actually. It's something I'd quite like to go back to. It's a nice design. It's been done to death, honestly. In Lego, it's been done a lot, but I was just trying to do it at a slightly different scale and in my own way, because there's so many different ways. There's so many different ways to skin a cat. Not literally, don't skin cats, but there is definitely different ways to do it. There's a toilet. I just made a toilet. Oh shit, I'm on the wrong camera. Here we go. There, I made a little toilet. Can you see the toilet? It's quite small. Hold on.
Yeah.
There. Look, it's a toilet. It's great. Very good solution, honestly. It's just like two pieces.
Brilliant.
And it's perfect. Upside down brick, an upside down studs facing down toilet. Super clever. And now I'm gonna make another little thing. I don't know what this is. It's just a bulkhead or something. Ah, yeah. So Samwise says hubs can't get into it, but I love it. This is what Doctor Who. Yeah. As long as you're heavily into one geeky thing, you're a geek. These are the rules. These are the geek rules. Apparently, Aurelia's very much into D&D, and that's like the ultimate in Greek credentials. I think. I don't know. What's the ultimate geeky thing? Could be good. Could be D&D. I don't know. I'm not into that personally.
No, I was never really into D&D.
No. Okay, this goes like that.
Although I do remember the cartoon. Does anyone remember the cartoon?
I've played the cartoon so many times. Good Dungeons and Dragons. Should we just refresh our memories? Because I do enjoy watching the intro to Dungeons and Dragons. Hold on, Dungeons and Dragons. It should just pop up in my search history. Honestly, it's not doing. Oh well. Intro. Come on. There it is. Let's just put this across. This will bring back memories for everyone, I think. Unless you're a regular viewer of the stream, in which case, it's like, yeah, we've watched this before, mate. It was last Thursday. Allow. Unmute. Just pause. No, stop. Pause. And then I'll go to the... Right, I don't know if you're going to stay. Hold on. No, you're still there. That's good. Yeah. Uh, 1983.
Hey, look! A Dungeons and Dragons ride!
A Dungeons and Dragons ride.
Wow, neat!
Give me a break.
Give me a break.
I like this! Whoa! What's happening? Oh! Where are we? Look out!
Fear not, Ranger. Barbarian, Magician, Thief, Cavalier, and Acrobat.
Who was that?
That was Venger, the force of evil. I am Dungeon Master, your guide in the realm of Dungeons and Dragons.
That's so good. It's so good. I can't get enough of that. That makes a regular appearance. Not every time, but like maybe once a month or so. We end up watching that for some strange reason. It's just nice to have a little trip down memory lane, isn't it? Sometimes, and I remember watching that as a kid. children's TV after coming home from school or whatever. Was it after school or was it a Saturday morning thing? I can't remember now.
I think it was a Saturday morning thing.
Could have been,
although I
couldn't
could be
it?
wrong.
Yeah, it could have been Saturday morning. Popular time to watch TV. I remember watching. So okay, let's confirm notes. I don't actually know how old you are, and you don't have to tell me. But I'm just wondering if we shared a similar children's TV. When I went down for Saturday morning TV, I watched Voyage to the Bottom of the Sea, Batman, the 60s Batman.
Yeah.
Yeah, is that the same for you?
Pretty much.
Okay.
Ulysses.
Ulysses,
and Cities of Gold were big ones for me and my
searching
brothers.
through all the galaxies. That's so good.
That theme tune was an absolute banger.
It was awesome, wasn't it? And I think we've played that many times on this stream as well. It's so fun. Did it ever end? I think, did they actually find Earth, or were they trying to find Earth? I can't remember what they were trying to do now. It's a bit like Battlestar Galactica, isn't it? But Greek version, Greek myth.
Yeah. I think I've got it on my Plex.
Have you? What happened in the end? I don't think, because I think I must have, like as a kid, you don't necessarily, you watch it when it's on, and sometimes you miss it, and that's it. That's the, you can't watch it again because it's not broadcast again. So if you miss it, you miss it. And I remember missing the ends of various TV shows, cartoons or whatever, when I was a kid, and I just don't know what happened. We got a new follower. Thank you for the follow. It's Becky Pogs. Thank you for the follow, Becky Pogs.
Oh, Becky Pogs is in.
Becky
Hey,
Pogs, cool. I'm gonna scroll down and see what's going on in the chat. Because I think
you're only 5 away from 1,000 followers, aren't you?
I know.
Yeah.
5 away. It's kind of like, I'm a little bit excited, honestly. A little bit excited. I don't know. Maybe we'll get it this stream. I'll try to keep it together. I have one scene that I can do, which is a generic, celebration stream. I've done nothing else, but it's cool. I don't. The great thing about this stream is I think that people have very low expectations for it, which means that I don't need to really do. Megomania. It's a sad thing. In the past, I was never much of a dancer. Since coming out, it's something I've wanted to do more, but having also developed a bunch of mobility problems, it's pretty tough to do. So that is a bit of a sad thing, Megomania. I'm sorry to hear that. It's rubbish getting old, isn't it? It's rubbish getting older. Dude, LEGO has been really upping the game with disability representation lately too. One of the new Friends sets has a character with a colostomy bag, and of course one of the main cast has a limb difference. Well, I didn't know about that at all, Dude. That's interesting.
That's pretty good.
And
a Lego set, a Lego character with a colostomy bag.
Yeah. That's awesome. I mean, it's quite a common thing that a lot of people have, and so, it's kind of cool that Lego. I love Lego. I love the fact that it is quite a woke kind of toy or IP or whatever. It's just such a shame that they also have Harry Potter Lego. It's a contradiction, and it really annoys me. It really annoys me. They keep releasing Harry Potter stuff, and I'm like, God, Lego, you showing your bottom there, because it's such a contradiction to pretend to be family friendly and inclusive and rainbow colours and all this kind of stuff, and then you sell Harry Potter and you make money from Harry Potter. I'm sorry, but it's the two things are very difficult to get compatibility there. More Concorde facts. The Concorde's 100 passengers will enjoy luxury amenities and fine cuisine to accompany breathtaking views from the edge of space at almost 19,000 meters high, which is about 60,000 feet. Wow. So 18.3 kilometers up. That is 18.3 kilometers. That's quite high. Yeah. Very clever, Concorde. Very clever. I love it. I'm making seats now, and this is the first bit of proper repetition. I've got to make 3 rows of seats. don't like repeating myself, but I will do it anyway because that's what it's telling me to do. So, friends don't let friends stream with slobs. That's right, Story Girl. Friends don't let friends stream with slobs. And friends don't let friends use 3D Studio Max. Storage heats. That was. I used to work in the games industry. A Lego colostomy bag is absolutely wild. I'm delighted by that. Isn't it a delightful storage? I agree. And in a voice, just the one? No. Well, I don't know. Do you have more than one in a voice, Hannah? Or is it... what's going on in your head?
No, I tend to, like... I will argue with myself.
Yeah.
Put it that way.
Totally.
I'm very good at arguing with myself.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's pretty much just the one inner voice, I guess.
I've had some fairly strange experiences sometimes where I very much kind of had an argument with my pre-transition self. As you know, as myself now, I've argued with a personality that seems to be in there. Not obviously there, but sometimes I have quite compelling, like almost conversations or arguments with my pre-transition self. It's like, have you seen the recent Philosophy Tube where she goes back in time and talks to her pre-transition self, played by an actor, obviously?
I haven't. I need to watch that.
It's a really good one. It's actually a really good one. She's so good, and it's definitely one of her more interesting videos. Not that, I mean, they're all kind of interesting, but this is on a slightly more, even higher level than normal. And yeah, she talks to her pre-transition self, and he's not impressed. He doesn't like it. I'm gonna have to go on another break. So back in a minute. So bye. I want to see a butthole. The equivalent of, anyway. This has already been built. This is a pre-loved Lego. Aurelia's pre-loved it. That sounds worse than I wanted it to, but she has spent many hours pre-loving it for me. It's not getting any better. And so so now I've got the sloppy seconds. Yeah, I knew this. I just knew this, right? We all knew this, didn't we? Isn't this really obvious? Yeah, that's fucking horrible. He's got a very, very big head. That guy's got a big fucking head. And we're back. That was a quick one. Let's get my headphones back in, because otherwise I can't hear anything. Cool. Yeah, sorry about that, but we are back. And I'm going to carry on with the chat. Yeah, so that was a weird thing. That was a weird little thing that I have arguments with my pre-transition stuff sometimes, and it seems very convincing, and I'm not. It's weird. It's a weird experience, but it's sort of fun, I guess, and a bit scary. And I consider myself a fairly sane person, but maybe I shouldn't. Storage says, I don't mean it in the sense that it makes you religious. Atheism isn't the opposite of Christianity. Also, it's just a fun concept, not like a deep philosophical truth. Really, stuff about German. German is often taught sounding very guttural, where French has a touch of sing-song to it. Maybe that's why you didn't like German, Meja. Because the way foreigners speak it when teaching brings some very Mac sounds into focus. Are you sure you meant mask? Yeah, because I didn't really like the startup sound of a Mac. It does not sound like German. Honestly, it's different.
What, the Mac bomb?
Yeah, boom, when you turn your computer on. It's like, I don't remember that in German. Honestly, that would have been more fun. Ugomania says, I did 1 year of German in high school alongside French, but the options about which courses we could do for GCSE meant it wasn't a choice I could continue. Was a bit gutted, as I learnt some German from my granddad, who served as an interpreter for German POWs during the war and wanted to continue. Never got back to it. Ooh. Thank you again for the donation, Lazy Fox. Gosh, I'm so behind in chat. I need to catch up. We have one of these at our Technic Museum. Love to see you building one. It's brilliant, isn't it? Go back to the building scene. There we go. This is what it's looking like so far. And I'm just building rows of chairs right now. I'm building some seating. It's quite a clever solution that Lego have got. So they're using this little Technic flap as a chair, as a seat. I'm just putting rows of those on. It's pretty cool. Ooh, I need some more Coke. Oh my god. Do you want to? Are you able to read the chat a little bit? Would you like to? You're welcome to, if you like.
Yeah, I can see it.
I think.
Yeah, Ginger Bay. That is an original Game Boy, and it's got original Tetris as well. Which that honestly, Tetris owes me so much of my life back. I've played that game for too many hours. Pretendy name's in. Hey, Pretendy.
Oh yeah, Pretendy name. Hello. We need to wheel Mooglemania into a pub for a proper chat. Sounds like a nice thing to do. I miss pubs. We don't really have proper pubs in Norway. We have.
Oh really?
Not like English pubs. You know, English pubs is such. And you know, you've got so many different kinds, and they're so. You know, it's like a real kind of destination. You know, you can go for your Sunday roast, or you can go for a nice dinner. You can go for like, you know, some really nice ales and beers and things like that. And in Norway, it's not quite the same thing. You know, there's still nice places.
I love, like, one of my favourite things to do is meet my dad for a sandwich and a pint.
There you go. That's such a nice thing to do. I agree. It's really, really nice. When I make it back to the UK, I always make a point of you know, just going to a bunch of pubs and enjoying an ale, because you can't get like ales in most places apart from England, actually, in the UK. Oh, okay, I didn't hear that one. Are you sure?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Another break. Back in a sec. And I really need to think about how to, you know, do the mechanism as well, you know. I'm just trying to get something that fits at the moment, and ideally with the back line. I think it's getting right on my tits. Where's the follower thing? Goals, isn't it? It's goals, and also it's totally out of date. I need to sort that out. I'm just going to put this here.
Oh, that's perfect. Yeah.
I don't know why, but I'm
there.
looking taller. It's because I'm a bit higher up, aren't I?
I'm on the little chair, yes.
So that actually does make sense. If I just put it up there, it does make sense. You're mostly new. Good. This is gonna work. This is gonna work. We got undead here. Hello. We're all in space, mate. We're all in space. On Earth. An astronaut is someone who poops outside. We are done. That was a quick one again. So starting to streamline this process now. Do you want to hear a juicy click? Yes, you do. Shit. That was a very failed attempt. Juicy click. I'm just gonna go and pick up the Lego from the floor. My juicy click skills failed me big time then. It's like the equivalent of trying to do a somersault. Like, you can do a somersault, and you're like, yeah, I can do something. Watch this, and then you just land straight on your head or something. I just did that. Right, here we go. Oh, that was bloody rubbish. Lego. That was the Lego, not mine. Okay. Forget the juicy click. There's no juicy clicks today. I'm gonna go back to the building scene. Oh, ready there. Says, the only reason we can't explain the brain yet is because we are incapable of measuring it properly. Once we can do that, it won't be too long before we also get to a point of explaining that, and also evolutionary theory does already explain why brain, just not the particulars of how brain. Why brain, but not how brain. Could join them together like a Lego fake beard. I know, yeah, I could. I've considered it. So I could have I could kind of just keep building and building and building, and, you know, just a whole room full of Lego connected to my ears through my earrings. But if only, because people don't donate that much bits. One day, maybe when I've got 1,000 followers, and that'll happen then. Which is not far off. Doctors seem to have an issue taking my pulse of all things. Taking your pulse? Maybe you don't have one already. Maybe you're a vampire. Have you considered this? Mugomania says IV, deep, thin, fragile veins, then type 1 diabetes since a child, followed by renal failure. It means veins are gone. Veins are gone. Oh no. Where'd they go? Oh shit. Mugomania says yes. Some people like needles. They like them a lot. I am not one of those people. Okay, I've got an interior now. I've got a lovely little interior. No, I think most people are not those kinds of people. But wow, what a bonus. If you go to hospital, you'd be like, oh, I'm so excited about this. I can't get it in. Why not? Ah, have I messed it up? I just need to push something in here, I think. Oh, this is not good. Yep, there you go. I needed to push the axle. It hadn't gone all the way in, so now I should be able to do this now.
So cool. How many pieces is it?
How many pieces is this? Does anyone know? I think... I want to say about 2,000, but I'm not sure. Does anyone know how many pieces my Concorde is? Help us out, chat. How many pieces have I got here? How many, what are we looking at? It's a big model, but it's very much like it's not super heavy, but it's just the shape of it, you know, because the wings are so big, and then it's just a long tube. Here we go. Yeah, I was right. It's at 2,083. 2,083.
Yeah, that's what I just got from Google.
That's what it is. So decent number of pieces. Lazy Fox. If I get some extra from it, I would highly appreciate any needle. Sure. It's yeah. I think that I would make an exception for that too. Actually, I'd love to be on. What? Have I just messed it up? No. Where's the? Have I lost a piece? I don't get it. What have I done? So no. Well, okay. So I put that on. Shit, I've messed it completely up. I wasn't supposed to do that. Okay. Knobs. I gotta take that off again. Because that didn't go on there. I was getting ahead of myself completely. This actually goes at the front. Fine. I was just going completely off piece with the Lego then. It goes at the front. It goes there. There we go. There we go. That's better. And this is still open to the elements. That's fine. Cool. Sometimes I do make mistakes. I am only human. Hi, lovelies, says Baseline B. Hello, Baseline. How nice to see you. Sunday evening cuddles in bed with my cats and watching Meja. What a lovely time. That sounds like a good time for everybody, especially the cats. Do the cats like Lego? Okay, Slofty says, upside down delta wing bell curve party. it's an upside down delta wing bell curve. Storage. Pampas grass seems like an awfully big statement. Yeah, it's more committed than a pineapple, isn't it? It means that you're like you super swingers. Like you are really into it.
You're permanent swinger.
Yeah.
Right?
Whereas, you know, because that takes cultivation and effort, doesn't it? Whereas if you just get a pineapple, you're like, I don't know, I might be a swinger, maybe. Let's see what happens. Baseline says, I only knew about the pineapple thing when it blew up online. Pineapples blowing up online. I'm sure there's a YouTube channel for that. In terms of scale,
you can absolutely guarantee there's a YouTube channel for that.
Everything and just anything you can imagine blowing up. That's happened probably. In terms of scale, wouldn't it be more like the 200-meter high club? If you were going to have sex in this Lego, yeah. But that would also be really difficult.
Let me guess, was that a Moog comment?
It was, who was that? It was Moog. Yeah, it was Moog, man. Yeah. You know your audience well. I now need to turn it upside down. Whoa. Without bashing it. Or hitting my mic. There we go. And I take off these, the safety training wheels or whatever, these orange bits. That was just to kind of keep it up, stable. But it's not an actual feature of the set. So these come off, all these yellow, orange bits. They could be added to my ears at some point if I get any more bits. And now we actually build the underside. Ooh, cool. Yeah, this is going to really strengthen it as well, actually, which is a good thing. Yep, cool. Wow. Yes, plain toilets are ugly. Hate the thought. It's not my favourite place that I can imagine to do the deed. Another vote for plain toilets are disgusting. Hello, Ginger Bay. How you doing? Meow to you as well. Complex PTSD is basically when the stressful event that causes it isn't an event, but a very extended series of events, more like a life situation than a singular episode. That's what it is. And Ginger Bay loves anime. Yeah, cool. I mean, I know that some people are super into it, and I appreciate that. I like it when people are super into things, but I just never. Maybe if I was properly introduced to it, maybe I'd like it too. But no one's properly introduced me to it. What's happening here? What the? This is weird. Why? Is that on properly? No. Oh, okay. This is a little bit weird, but I sort of understand it. It's just at a half plate height difference. Huh. Okay, cool. And it just sits on top of the half plate. No, man. The Lego's just confusing me slightly because I wasn't expecting Lego to do that, honestly. I've used that technique, but Lego tends not to. It's now 25 minutes past the hour. Let's see what time it is when Maya catches up with the chat and gets here. So, it's 25. Oh, my God. That's 25 minutes. I am literally 25 minutes behind the chat. I'm so rubbish. But let me just try and catch up then. I'm just going to scroll a little bit. We're talking about D&D. We just watched the clip, the Dungeons and Dragons intro. Story says, wow, pausing at a frame advancing on a high quality version really shows how bizarre the drawings are. Yeah, I love the baby unicorn, two lazy farts. That's what it did. I'm just gonna scroll down. Secret Cities of Gold went on forever. I can't recall why anyone bothered. I'd watched that as well, but again, I think I probably just lost interest. Moogomania. Okay, Ulysses. Apparently, spoiler. So it's a spoiler for Ulysses, everyone. Hades, the god of death, tells Ulysses that he must leave his companions behind if he wishes to return to Earth. He rejects the offer, which was a final test, and they all return home. How nice. Yeah, really, I did. I was arguing with my past self. It was a weird experience, and it was very, it felt very real, like, you know. Okay, and now I'm just building lots and lots of curves. 26 of these. I gotta put 26 of these little 2x2 curved slopes on the underside. How fun. Let's get some more Coke in me, I think.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna have to go and get something to eat soon.
Oh yeah, that's cool. That's perfectly understandable. I forgot to ask how long you could stick around for.
Yeah, probably a couple more minutes.
Yeah, okay,
And
shit.
then, we're going to go out and do some gardening and enjoy the sunshine. It's really nice here
It's a
today.
nice day. You probably got a nicer day than us then, because here it's a bit cloudy and again kind of humid, which is not. It's like normally, my experience of Norway is that it's not that humid usually, but for the past week or so, it's just got really humid weather, and I'm not a fan. And neither's my hair. It's impossible to get my hair to do anything properly when it's humid like this. And
Is it like Monica in Friends?
huh?
Monica in Friends and the humidity.
Oh, I just let me remember that. Yeah, it's
Her
probably
hair
like that.
always goes like
Just
crazy.
goes. Yeah, it's similar. It just goes frizzy. It goes quite frizzy, and
mine does
it's
that.
very difficult to style and keep it like straight and sleek and all this kind of stuff. It just goes too frizzy. And I don't know what to do with it. If anyone's got any recommendations for hair products or something that can help me with my hair, I am honestly all ears. I would be absolutely all ears. I'm forever in your debt, because I'd love to figure out some kind of, there's like a magic, oh, you just need this, just put it in your hair and all my problems will be solved.
I mean, this probably won't help you, but I have quite naturally curly hair, and I never really knew it was this curly. Like, I've had long hair before, but it always just sort of went straight, and then I started using Cantu curling cream.
Okay.
And you just put a tiny bit on in the morning, and it really brings out the curls. It's great, but it's just one product, one change that I made, you know.
Okay. Cool. That's something. So yeah, it's a curling cream, but that's probably no good for me because I don't want.
They do
Really
other
want
products though.
curls.
Look them up. 'Cause
Okay.
They may do something that can help you.
Yeah, cool. What's it called again?
Cantu, Cantu.
Cool. Can't. Okay. Thank you for that. That's a good top tip.
That's
Thank
all
you.
right.
Oh.
Right, I'm gonna head off. I think.
Okay.
Go get some
It's
food
been
and
really
head out.
nice to have you. Sorry, I've been a little bit low energy. My hangover
No, that's
is
fine. Thanks
just
for having me on.
massive.
It's all good.
It's been really fun to have you on. It's been really cool to have just a chill chat, which is the basic format. It's like, we don't have to do singing and dancing, and we just have a chat. We talk about trans stuff. We talk about our lives, and we talk a little bit about Lego, and we also talk about Dungeons and Dragons.
And Ulysses.
And Ulysses, of course. So yeah, thank you very much for being my guest. I'm going to carry on for a little bit longer and carry on building Lego. Have a great lunch, and I'll see you again soon.
I will do.
Okay.
Take care. Bye,
too.
chat.
Bye bye, Hannah. Everyone say bye bye, Hannah. That was fun. Do I need? Yeah, I didn't need to do anything. She just went. Cool. That's good. I like it when I don't need to do anything. Big fan. Right, so now this is my chance to catch up with chat, isn't it? Because I am so behind on chat. This is my chance. I can do it. Sorry, you're talking about Game Boy Advances. Pretendy name. We need to wheel. Yeah. Okay. No, actually, we did say that recently, didn't we? For a proper chat. Stuff, dude. The chair piece is also often used as toilet paper in stuff like the modulars. Yeah, it is. I've seen that. Yeah, I've seen that. Cool. Lots of emojis from Hannah. That was cool. Thank you again, Hannah. It is. It's a popular toilet roll piece in white. This is in tan. Aurelia says, I like the concept and atmosphere of a pub. Like a place to go for lunch, dinner, and have a drink, and later in the evening party a bit. Pubs are great, really social, kind of cool. But bars are a little more, in my experience, higher energy. Like the music's a bit louder. There's more flashy stuff and lights and things like that. That's like my idea. But whereas a pub, it's kind of like someone else's living room. It's like an old living room you can go into and have a nice pie and a pint. It's great, and a chat. And don't even get me started on beer gardens. Beer gardens. Oh my god. Storage. I tried Tetris Effect last month for the first time, and it was just far too much. I need tiny old school Tetris that thinks the height of tech is a short animation of a bird going past an onion dome. I haven't played Tetris in a while. I mean, it's alright. I don't know why people play that much. It's not my favourite game. You know, there's better games. So we got a couple of clips of my juicy click. Is this where I really messed it up? Yeah, probably. Let's have a look. So wait, a juicy click and then not a juicy click. Process now. Do you want to hear a juicy click? Oh yes. Okay. I'm gonna put this on. This looks funny. Because obviously I didn't really see it myself. I didn't really see what happened because I was doing it. So I'm starting to streamline this process now. Do you want to hear a juicy click? Yes, you do. That was a very failed attempt. Juicy click. I'm just gonna go and pick up the Lego. So, starting to streamline this process now. Picking it up. Yeah. I'm starting to streamline this process and check this out. Thanks for the clip, storage. It's funny. It says I'm neutral when it comes to needles. You like Switzerland? Like, if there's a reason I approve of for sticking one in me, then go ahead. That said, I dislike nurses who are shit at putting the needle in right. I've got so traumatized by one particular experience in Turkey, which I've probably talked about before, but she was having a proper dig. She was properly like trying to move the needle around while it was in there, but she was properly trying to get it like fiddle around and stuff. She wasn't going to just take it out and try again somewhere else. She was determined to do it in this one bit, and it was not working, and she was at this for far too long, and I was literally screaming in agony. And then I started just screaming at her and shouting at her to get the fuck out. It was awful. She was not nice. She was not a good nurse. There are good, like most nurses in my experience, are super nice, super good people, really, really cool. I mean, honestly, big love to the nurses. But this one, she was rotten. Mrs. Moogle is a student nurse, and by all counts, very good at it. She needled me many times over several years for dialysis, and I had no complaints. Well done. Okay, I'm 27 minutes behind. No, I'm hopefully less than 27 minutes now. Bye, Tove. Hello. That looks like a fun build. Really is. It's really fun. It's a brilliant build. I've just done some of the underside here. I'm going to carry on. I'm going to do the next bag soon. But I am really behind my channel. It's because I've been talking. I've been interviewing my super guest, Hannah. This says, I love good stories. I don't particularly care what media the good story is delivered through, whether it's direct storytelling, in book format, in audio format, anime shows, TV shows. It's not that I love anime. It's just that anime is an easier medium to create the types of stories I like, rather than TV shows. Or rather, TV hasn't traditionally adapted those kinds of stories until the last decade or so. So then we got a bit of spam. And now, oh shit, I've actually caught up. Look at that, I actually caught up. Amazing. Look at this, I'm up to date. I'm in real time again. And that means I can open bag 13. Here we go. Bag 13. What's g mean? Is it good game? Or is it just, or are you just supposed to say g? It's good game, yeah. But it's not a game. This isn't a game, this is Lego. Should be GLGL. Good Lego. Yeah, sometimes chat just gets away from me, you know, but this is the nature. This is the nature of the beast. Okay, axle. Big axle in there. Interesting. Oh, okay, I'm gonna turn it, and then this is oh my god, I hope this works. If this doesn't work, I'm gonna be a little upset. Let's see. Which way? No, it's the other way. It's the other way. Whoa! And I can see the front moves as well. You couldn't see that, but the front. Let me just move this as well. Check it out. This bit. It's not super impressive because it's just a little. It's just a little thing, but it will be super good when the actual wheel's on, which is probably fairly soon. Look at that. It's magical. It's a magical piece of Lego. I love it so much. This is really clever, how little movement you actually have to do for it to turn. Yeah, okay, so actually it does say I should have it up, right, or down, deployed, whatever. So that's now deployed. And it's time to put the wheels on. Woo! Amazing. I love this. Isn't Lego brilliant? It's so brilliant. Yeah, thank you, Pretending Name. I did catch up with chat. I did get there eventually. So satisfying. Lego is quite satisfying when it works. Because I was a bit worried that I'd messed something up. You know, I'd not connected it properly, or sometimes you got to have things turned properly. And if you've not paid attention, which obviously I always pay attention, then you can run into real problems. Are we about to get some visitors? I heard something. Oh, okay. No, there's no one there. Good. Slotty's got to go and have a bite at something. I wouldn't mind a bite of something. What are we having for dinner? Hot dogs. Hot dogs for dinner here. That's exciting. I'm actually kind of hungry. I feel like I need to, I think I need to eat something now. I haven't been this hungover for ages. It's like, this is really disgusting of me. I'm so sorry, everyone, but I have not been. I've not been this bad for a while. I'm gonna be bad. I was bad last night. Sometimes you just gotta let your hair down, haven't you? Okay, so these are the wheels on. Using the new 3 long
Excuse me.
pin.
Can I get a box?
Can I get a box? Love that. Can I get a box? Excuse me. I can't even get my voice that high. Maybe I can. Hold on. No, I don't know if I can. Excuse me. No, I can't. I'd have to practice a bit. And maybe also after a heavy night of drinking, I probably can't do it. Otherwise, I totally could. There's the wheels on. The back. The wheels. There's nobody at the door. There's nobody at the door. What was that? What was... Well, it wasn't nobody. It was somebody, wasn't it? But what was that? I can't remember. Another blast from the past. Especially, I suspect, if you grew up in England in the 1980s. Rod Hull. It's Rod Hull. Oh my god. Pink windmill. I think we need to get a clip. Can we get a clip on that? I'd like to see like a YouTube clip. I just want to see it. I want to see it with my own eyes. Okay, this is strange. Okay, let's just like flop here around. Not sure about that. We ate brunch, so it's been 60 to 90 minutes longer than usual since we ate. It was brunch, not lunch, you see. So, yeah, I'm kind of hungry. My tummy tells me I'm hungry right now. I've got a little red flashing light at the top right corner of my vision which says, you know, refuel. Okay. I still don't get what I'm doing at all here. And then that just... Oh, okay. So that just sits in the middle there. Wow. Oh, wow. That is actually really good. And it's pretty stable. It's like a bar in the middle. Lift arm. Very nice. And now we're going to move to the front of the plane and build the front landing gear. Let's move my Coke. So I just slot this in here. Grot bags. Grot bags is a legend. Though Rod's cover of Up the Ladder to the Roof was sadly prophetic. Because he fell off a roof, didn't he? Did he fall off a roof and die? Is that how Rod Hull met his sticky end? That's bizarre, isn't it? He was adjusting his satellite dish. That's tragic. Way to go, honestly. Poor Rod. Rod Hull and Emu. Oh, what's that so wet? Oh, no, it's my glass. I tried to find a somebody at the door clip, says Storchy, to wear its grab bags, but can't. I did see there's one where it's Jimmy Savile. Yeah, we're not going to play that. We're not going to play that. Hold on. He is a very... Oh, what's this? He is a very gentle and uncontroversial visitor. Yes, please. Not Jimmy Saddle. This one's, I saw you. God. Who's this? Jeffrey Epstein. No. It's Rolf Harris. Oh, no.
Oh, I saw you sitting.
Right, we're going to watch this. This is Rod Hull. Rod Hull's Pink Emu. Oh my god, this is gonna cause mental health issues probably globally, but we're gonna watch it anyway.
Hey, there's somebody at the door. Oh, there's somebody at the door. Come on, there's somebody at the door. Oh, there's somebody at the door. There's somebody at the door.
Oh,
there's somebody at the door. There's somebody at the door. There's somebody at the door. There, it's Abby. Come on in, Abby. Have you been testing that bike? Yes. No, it works all right.
It's Abby.
Good, put it over there for us, thank you. See, it's not always got bags at the door.
That was very uncontroversial. I'm kind of gotta say I'm quite relieved. It could have been so much worse. Thank you for the clip. Somebody at the door. Somebody at the goddamn door. The lead into the song featured him saying they had to go adjust the aerial so everyone can get Emu TV and up the ladder to the roof so we can be closer to heaven. And then he goes and falls off the ladder adjusting his satellite TV and gets real close to heaven, I imagine. Wow. Yeah, okay, this has got a... okay. So I'm now doing the front landing gear. Isn't it weird how the world works and the universe works? And the wheels go on the thingy. Cool, and now we attach it. Right, so this, okay, so it goes, no, actually it doesn't matter, because that just rotates. So it goes like that. And then the axle goes through. Very good. Now what do we do? Oh, okay, there's a few more things to do. It's got a little running light. It's quite nice. And then I'm just finishing off the sides with some slopes. Amazing. Wow. And then we put the landing gear back in. So I'm gonna turn the thingy, try and capture it all on the camera, but it's not easy. It's really not easy. It's too much. It's too big. Here we go. Oh, it didn't work quite well. There you go. It worked this time. Cool. That's really cool. Hold on, my wheel's not the right way around. I need to turn this so it's like that. There you go. That's better. And then we just turn it back again, huh? Okay. Gosh, it's so incredibly big, and I'm really struggling to kind of logistically fit it on the table so that you can even see what's going on. Oh. Where's my mouse gone? So no one guessed that one. It was just a random kid with a bike. It's so cool, Tom. It's so cool, this plane. And you know, it's funny because I still don't even know who bought me this. Someone bought me this. Someone gifted it me, but I don't know who it was. So if you are watching, very kind person, I believe you live in central London, drop me a message or something. So I did a little experiment yesterday. I did a little experiment on Twitter, formerly known as X, and I tried my old account. So I've got an old account which I managed to amass 21,000 followers on before it sort of went dead. You know, it didn't matter what I tweeted, no one really saw my stuff. It obviously got like flagged or something. Dangerous content. Could confuse children. Something like that. Elon Musk probably mocked it himself, personally. I don't know. Which was a bit of a shame. I was quite upset about it. So I started a new Twitter account. And it's been great fun. Had some real hit tweets. I never really had that many hit tweets on my old account. It just amassed loads of followers, but I was never really... I don't know. I was a little scared to tweet. Because I didn't really know what I was doing, and also I didn't want to like tweet too controversially or whatever because I didn't want to lose my account. And this one I've been a lot freer, so I've actually been able to just do some bangers. Let's do some proper bangers. Let's do bangers. Oh, was I supposed to do something? Oh, I was supposed to put another one on the other side. But yeah, so anyway, I tweeted Happy Pride Month on my old account, and it actually got to a lot of people, and a lot of people liked it and responded. And I was like, oh, that's confused the issue. I don't know what to do now because I've now got 2 Twitter accounts. One close to 5,000, one just over 21,000, and I don't know what to do. I was thinking, I wonder if I could sell it. I wonder if I could just sell my old Twitter account, because I probably will just stick with my new one, my actual. And you can change the tag, you can change the handles of the accounts, but I'd still have the followers. So I'd have 21,000 followers, and I'd be like, hey, do you want to buy my account? It's got 21,000 followers. How much can you get for that? How much does that go for nowadays? Does anyone want to buy it? Make me an offer. I was thinking I could maybe I could repurpose it for my game. That'd be a bit sneaky maybe, but maybe I could just repurpose it. Right, that's a bunch of curves on. Wow, that's made a big difference actually. That's made a big difference. I'm building this. Oh yeah, okay. This goes over the passengers. Storage suggests you could use the old account to quickly promote whatever else you're doing, then sell it. I could do, couldn't I? Could. Google suggests the account is worth $800. No way. Really? It's quite ridiculous, isn't it? That? Oh no, that was 2 years ago. Oh, it's worth $8 now. Thanks, Musk. Thanks for that. You did it. Probably it's gonna be a number in between those two numbers. Okay, this goes on here. Don't want to do it. Oh, come on. Whoa, that's really hard to get on. What's going on? I can't get this on at all. Have I done it? Oh, come on. There we go. That's a tight fit indeed. And then I put it on. Good. Remove the middle section of the fuselage to reveal part of the rear cabin with passenger seats inspired by the original 1970s design. Well, for now it's going to be covered, I think. And that's the end of the bag. Wow. I want to carry on. Oh wow, we're making the engines now. Yeah, this is a bit fun, isn't it? I'm gonna make the engines. Cool. In 2 years more, Twitter will probably be worth about $8. That's the trajectory. You're not wrong. That is the current trajectory of Twitter, isn't it? And rightly so. What an idiot that guy is. I cannot stress how much I love the Musk baby. And I'll never understand how people just worship the ground he walks on. Like the Cybertruck. It's like a joke car, isn't it? I mean, it's driven by clowns, so of course it's a joke car. Okay. Ooh. So yeah, this is bag 14 of the Concorde, and I'm building an engine underneath. Ooh. Huh. Okay, then that goes like that. Okay. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe I will just repurpose that Twitter account then for my own nefarious purposes. I don't think I can be bothered going through the hassle of selling it. I'll probably do a few more tweets from it as well, just to make sure it wasn't a fluke. Because what I found happening was I would tweet and, you know, people would, like maybe people who had notifications turned on or whatever, they'd see it and they'd reply or like or whatever. But then it would just, and it'd do okay, and I'd be like, okay, maybe it's fine. And then it would just stop. It would just hit a wall. And Twitter would just, you know, stop putting it on people's timelines. And so oftentimes I got like 100 views, it's like 100 views, maybe 200 views. And these tweets were good. Like they were, you know, they were some good like photographs and stuff. Something was definitely up. Water! Not so easy. Oh no, I do have water. Yeah, I got some water. Thank you. Yes, water. It's definitely a day you gotta hydrate your streamer today. Right, this is interesting. So the good thing about this, the cool thing about this is that I don't know what I'm building, honestly. It's very difficult to... Oh, I'm getting an idea though. I'm getting an idea how this is working now. It's a funny... Because I'm building it like where the studs are on the side. Okay. That's giving you maybe an idea what's happening. It's quite interesting. Hey Riley, the Concorde has the droop snoot, right? And that is right, it does. It has the droop snoot. I believe Lego. I know because I played with this in the shop, and Lego have incorporated that, so you can move the nose up and down. But I'm not onto that bit yet. I'm still doing the engines. I just finished off the landing gear, and that was so cool. Huh. Funny things going on. And that goes like that. Yeah, I do wonder if we'll ever get... I mean, well, hopefully we will. I wonder when we'll get another supersonic commercial airliner. I wonder when that will happen. Feels like it's not going to happen for quite a while, you know? But hopefully it will happen eventually. Like, wouldn't it be brilliant to be able to go to, like, just fly from Europe to Australia and Paris to, you know, Melbourne or something in, like, what, 4 or 5 hours? Just imagine that. That would be so cool. What does it take at the moment? It takes ages, though. It takes, like, to go to Australia. How long does it take? It's like 20 hours or something, isn't it? It's too long. My grandma was lucky enough to fly in one from Australia to London, and she said it felt like 30 minutes. Unbelievable. So I didn't even know that they flew from Australia to London. Concords, right? I didn't know they did that. I knew about, you know, to New York. I knew across the Atlantic, right? I didn't know they went all that way. I can't believe that there's not a commercial, you know, like, incentive. There's not a commercial case for that. I can't believe there's not. Like, surely people would want that. And yes, of course, it's super expensive. But it's not like there's not lots of rich people in the world. So this is the whole... Judd, this is the whole of one side, is it? Is it just the one side, or is it... Yeah, it will be. It will be one side, this. And then I'll make the next engine probably in the next bag. I imagine so. Moogle, I guess it makes sense to fly to Australia from the UK. It's about the longest flight it could be. Exactly. It's literally on the other side of the world, isn't it? If you dig a hole straight down through the center of the earth from the UK, I think you do end up in Australia. Where do you end up in Australia? If you dug from London, what is directly on the other side? That would be a quick way of getting there as well. That's definitely the quickest way. It's like straight line. They should just do that. Ooh. Cool. Well, this has been quite an enjoyable building experience. I can see what's going to happen. I can see how it's connected as well. It's connected with these hooks, these little grabby things. Very cool. Very cool. These pieces, these new pieces. Hold on, let me just take one out and show you. Well, now you can see it. You see that piece there? That's actually a really, really useful piece. Honestly, a really useful piece for turning studs upside down or whatever. Possibly the best new solution for that now. I need to bricklink order some of those. I need to bricklink order a load of those because those are really good. I've learned to appreciate them because it's used a lot. That technique's been used a lot in this model. And I don't think I've not really been keeping up. I need to use that technique myself. Yeah. And then just finishing this engine off now. Okay, Riley says, I think he'd come out in Tasmania. Moogle says, according to the website supertunnel.app, if you go from London, you end up off the southeast coast of New Zealand. So you end up in the water, do you? Huh? Where do you need to go from to not end up in the water? Oh, that's cool. That is so cool. I love what they've done there. It's really clever. The whole shaping is really clever there. And then we put this on. Some bars. Aye. And then we put these cylinders on. Very nice. Very, very nice indeed. Can't wait to put this on. Wait. It would be funny if you had to be in the channel, or the English channel, or whatever. So you have to be in the English channel to get down to New Zealand. It's possible. That's not quite... There you go. I turned it and it's in now. That's cool. Come on, let me put it on. Let me put it on. Yes, I put it on now. Concorde's 4 famous Olympus engines propelled the aircraft to twice the speed of sound. Mach 2. Super. And then it clicks on. Let's see if I can get it right. Did I get it right? No, I did that bug. Where's it go? Like that? Yes! Yes, we have it on. It's on. Oh my god, that's amazing. That is absolutely outstanding. And they've got a little intake there as well. That is outstanding. I wasn't going to build the next one, but I'm really tempted to. I think the next... Yeah. Okay, so bag 15. That is the other engine, isn't it? Oh, shit. I don't know. I'm going on a little break because I need to do a wee. So I'm going to do that, and then I'll come back and make a decision. That was fun, though. I'd like to build that again. On the other side. See you very soon. Everyone's like, what the fuck? Me, and it had other people. Because you didn't just play as Neo. In fact, did you play as Neo at all? Maybe it's a different game. How many Matrix games are there? So I'm just building this. You what, mate? There's my mocks. Thank you for the link storage. That's very kind. I do have custom LEGO kits for sale. Well, actually, sort of. So I've got the instructions. For sale. And then you can either use pieces from your own collection if you've got the pieces. If you don't have the pieces, there's this quite an easy happy time zone doing a work look. You're doing a work look. Very, very good. One of the best things to do at work is to lurk. And if you're going to lurk, you should be doing it on this stream. Hell yeah. Can we just steer away from sex in cars? Steer away? Oh, very good. Steer away. You want to steer away from sex in cars and rather just wait for summer and bring a blanket and do it outside. I mean, it will honestly be more... That only works on a web browser. It's a shame. Wish I could get it working my OBS chat. There we go. Okay. Things are definitely moving on nicely here. Moving in the right direction. Well, no, I did a back pod. I haven't actually done a back pod with those wheels that I've used for my tumbler. But you know what? I'd really like to. I'd actually quite like to. I think that would be a good scale to work at. So I might do that. I mean, I'm not going to give you any kind of time scale because I'm a busy girl, and so it's just when it happens, if it happens at all. But I'd quite like to do that. It would be quite a fun thing to do. We are back. That's better. What's that noise? I need to put my headphones on.
Water! Water! Water!
There's somebody at the door. There's somebody at the door.
Hungry, Bill. I'm so hungry.
Ooh, I'm hungry. Thank you. I am hungry, so I'm gonna have a snack. I'm gonna have No, there's nobody at the door. It's just me saying it.
Ah, okay.
I was just saying it. No. Here we go. This is chocolate from Ghana. That's what we're eating today. Cold, yeah. Okay. Actually, you know what? Not Coke. I think I prefer coffee now.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, that'd be great. Thank you.
Go grab your cup.
Should we start dinner soon?
I mean, it's sausages, so...
It won't take long, will it, I guess?
Depends on how we want to cook them.
Uh-huh.
I think slowly on the pan would be the best.
Okay.
And that might take a while. So
Okay.
maybe I should. Because I'm also a little hungry.
I think after this bag.
After that bag?
I'll do this other engine.
You'll probably have time for another bag after that.
Oh, okay.
Like,
Cool.
This is
2 more
gonna
bags.
take a while if we cook them out of pan, and that is the best.
Okay. This chocolate's really good. Thank you again, Beans, for the chocolate. Oh, shit. I just got it everywhere. I need to clean my desk. I don't want to get a chocolatey Concorde. Right, using the great engines on the top, using that site, Mugomania says, I'm actually finding it really hard to get a tunnel from land to land. Oh no. Well, keep at it. I believe in you. Tunnel skills. The Anna Christie is here. Good time zone. Am I in a good time? I'm in a good time zone. This is Central European time. I'm in Oslo, Norway. And we are on to bag 15 of the Concorde. And it's bloody brilliant, this. I cannot overstress how good this model is. Okay, so some parts of South America, specifically Chile and that sort of area, end up in the middle of China. I have a strong suspicion that we'll have supersonic aircraft long, long before we ever get a tunnel through the center of the Earth. The engineering, well, there's a few little hiccups, honestly. A few little hiccups in the whole engineering, you know, of that. It's basically a non-starter. We do not know how to do it. Not even close. The pressures and energies and stresses involved are overwhelming. Thank you. But it's a cool little idea because you just drop it. Yeah, you don't actually need it. So if you've got a tunnel and it is a tunnel and it is kind of, you know, frictionless, which is a big if, then you literally just need to drop, you just need to drop your object down the tunnel. The Earth's gravity, the mass of Earth, which is obviously located, centered in the center of the Earth, means that it'll go all the way, it'll accelerate and accelerate and accelerate all the way to the center. And then once it passes the center, it'll start to decelerate. Earth will kind of pull it back again. And as I say, if it's frictionless, if it's a pretty pure environment, that would mean that you would just literally need to drop it and then it would appear on the other side of the Earth. I'm not sure how long it would take. Anyone got any ideas on then, or estimates or whatever on how long would it take if I dropped, a marble or whatever, doesn't matter, does it? Down the center of the Earth tunnel, how long would it take to get to appear on the other side? This is an interesting question. Seriously, I'm fascinated by this question.
I think you can math it pretty easily.
You could math it. If you want to math it, here's a little challenge for you. You could math it if you want, but you probably also just want to Google it. Mogomania, I concur. Supersonic plans already achievable. Tunnel through the core of the Earth. Not so much.
Actually, I'm not sure it would work, even frictionless.
How do you mean?
Terminal velocity?
There is no terminal velocity if it's frictionless, and that includes atmosphere.
Fair. Yeah,
Like the main friction would be from an atmosphere, so it would have to be a vacuum tunnel.
Yeah.
I mean, it's a hypothetical. There's no two ways about this one. It's definitely a hypothetical, but it's an interesting hypothetical. Don't give Elon Musk any plans, guys. Google. Google has a serious answer, apparently. Okay, Google. Yeah. Storage. Give us the lowdown. What's the answer? And would you take... So if there was an option... If there was an option of... how would you like to go to Australia? Money's not the issue, obviously. It's just which way would you like to go? Would you like to take the tunnel straight down, or would you like to go in super duper sonic aircraft, flies in low Earth orbit, gets you roughly the similar time? I don't know. Which way would you like to go? This is cool. This is interesting stuff. I do like these kinds of questions. So Karen Wisdom, says Moogle, states in a frictionless vacuum tunnel through the Earth, an object wouldn't pass all the way through, while it would accelerate to the core. As it got closer, more of the Earth would be pulling it back, so slowing it down. Ultimately, it would oscillate back and forth for a time, then end up stuck in the middle. Oh. How far would it get though? So it would, because it would accelerate. But I'm not sure about that. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. No, I get it. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Cool. So you'd need to put some energy in. Fine. I think not. I think putting some energy into the system. It's a trivial problem compared to the engineering of the tunnel itself in the first place. Just put a thruster on it. Just put a jet on it or whatever. Literally a rocket jet would work, wouldn't it? The answer's about 38 minutes. 38 minutes and 11 seconds. Ooh, I like the about, as if we were looking for more precision than that. Except it wouldn't work. According to Moogle Mania, it wouldn't work. So you'd have to be thrusting. In which case, if you're thrusting, surely the answer's just to, like, how much do you want to thrust? How many G's do you want the people inside to be pulling? Probably you don't want to be pulling any more than 1 G throughout the trip, which is fine. And it would need to turn around in the center. I guess. Or would it? I mean, you'd have to turn around at some point, because otherwise everyone would come out upside down. That would be a bit confusing. It's like, you know, when you travel through Europe. You know, so you go to the UK, or you're in the UK and you travel and you drive out on the French side. I mean, you're on the other side of the road. It's not so difficult. It's not such a big deal. It's really quite easy to get used to that, in my experience. But coming out upside down, that would be confusing. It's pretty fast, isn't it? 38 minutes. But I'm not entirely sure how the answer's derived. If, as Moogle says, it's never going to get there. It's just going to oscillate. Have you ever read the books by the XKCD guy? The what if ones, serious scientific answers to silly hypothetical questions. I have not, but that sounds like the kind of book I would very much enjoy. Moogle, there are a lot of differential equations. I haven't done those in years. It is a differential equation. You can't, I think you can't just, you can't, it's not a simple kind of, it's not a simple equation. What's the opposite of a differential equation? I don't know, not just, whatever it's called. An equation. This is definitely a differential one, where you have to keep, it's like, you got to iterate, not iterate, you got to recurse. It's a recursive function, isn't it? In computer science terms, it's a recursive function, I think you'll find. You take the result of the last iteration and you feed it back in for the next one, thereby getting closer and closer to the actual value. You'll never actually get the real value because it's impossible, but you can get pretty close. You just have to stop iterating at a certain point and just be like, that's enough. Hey, thanks for the resub, Rex. 7 months, look at you, supporting me and everything. Thank you. Computers are really good at iterating and doing things recursively. You've just got to be a little careful with your stack, because if you do lots of recursions, you can mess your stack right up. I mean, modern computers, you can probably recurse quite a bit. Brilliant. So, next question. How much explosive would it take to get it all the way through the Earth? So, like, if you just did like one boom, it's like, it's almost like escape velocity, but not. It's different. What's that called? It's, tunneling velocity. I don't know what it's called, actually. What would you call that? Okay, it was making quite a bit of noise there, yeah. I was a little bit scared. Wow. So cool. I built this once, so I can build it again a bit quicker now. Okay, just so I know what I'm doing. It's no less cool though. Right, it's even more cool. It's cool, it's good in its sharp objects. I love stuff like that too. Already, you just have a module that slowly rotates within the vehicle. I think so. Yeah, it just rotates. Would it slowly rotate, or would it like rotate in the middle fairly quick? You know, like just a minute of rotation. I don't know. Mooglemania. Or do you just invert? Do you just invert everyone on the y-axis or whatever? Okay, everyone, we're going to invert ourselves now. Whoa! It's not something that normally you would do in physical reality. But seeing as we've built a tunnel that can go through the center of the Earth, I think that manipulating the very fabric of reality is just another Sunday, isn't it? Because if you did that, you'd be mirrored. You'd mirror yourself as well on the x-axis. People, you get out of Australia and people be like, huh, have you done something with your hair? You look different. It's like, yeah, I just inverted myself on the y-axis. There's only a small amount of people now who actually have any clue what I'm talking about, I think. But I'm enjoying it. I'm enjoying this little thought exercise. Google. According to Google, for something to destroy the Earth, it must have a destructive yield greater than the gravitational binding energy of Earth, the magnitude of the gravitational force holding the Earth together. Earth's GBE, gravitational binding energy, is approximately 60 zetatons. Zetatons. I don't know how you say it. Zetatons, I'm going to say. That's a lot of That's a lot of tons. What? I don't even know what a zeta is. Or, I'm not 60 with lots and lots of zeros. Hold on, how many? 3, 6, 9, 12, 15 zeros. No, 60 with 15 zeros after it. Or one Illudium Q36 explosive space modulator, according to Warner Brothers cartoons. So people are on it. That's good. How you doing, Rex? We're talking about tunnels through the center of the Earth. Would you jump in? It's a quick way to get, what was it? 38 minutes or something. You could be here in 38 minutes if you wanted to, Rex. If you just jumped into the tunnel, had a bit of force as well, additional force to push you through. You could be here in like 38 minutes or something. You could just be like, hey, do you want to go for coffee? I'm like, yeah, all right. I'll see you in about, let's see, should we say 40 minutes? Because, you got to put some pants on, right? Honestly, it's optional, though. It's Norway, It's pretty free country. Yes, this is the question. Sharp, this is the question. How do you get the computer to calculate love? That's a very 60s science fiction question, that, isn't it? What is love? Something that the world needs now. How do you know so much sciencey stuff? Who, me? You asking me? How do I know so much sciencey stuff? It's because I'm super duper smart, me. Super smart. Oh my god, I'm so smart. It's ridiculous. No, I don't know, actually, is the actual answer. I just do. I guess I'm interested in it. And I do it. I do it in my, I have done it in my job. I sometimes do it in my job. Still haven't managed to calculate love, though. Calculate the power of love. Haven't managed to nail the answer yet. It's the power of love. It's really cool, this. Really cool. It's so good. Oh, it is. It's Arc Bookstore. Has that book online? The Serious to Sleep. Oh, yeah. It's not in Norwegian, though, is it? It's got to be in English. So I'm not that smart. I'm rubbish at languages. Can't be good at everything, I guess.
Unchanged for millions of years.
I feel like we could read serious scientific answers to silly hypothetical questions after the current book. Oh my god. Oh my god. Storage agrees. That could be fun. So fun. So fun. This is what we need to do. So that's... Yeah, I'll put that on my gift list. Yeah. Make sure you send me that link in Discord already. Or WhatsApp, whatever. He also wrote a how-to, which is kind of the reverse, using science in very silly ways to solve common real-world problems. Yes, I like using science in silly ways. Science in silly ways. He's a smart guy, that XKCD. Can't remember his real name. What's his real name again? He's a smart guy. And entertaining to boot. Okay, this engine's coming together pretty well. It's not that far off now. Moogle, and the Concorde is looking awesome. Would love one, but way too big for me. Too much. You got too much Warhammer, have you? A Generation 1 LEGO Y-Wing is the biggest one I have. That's the classic. I got that one too. It's not built. Actually, I don't know where it is. Is it just in my... Maybe it's been broken down for pieces. For parts. I think I may have broken that one down for parts now. Yeah, too much brown in that one. There was too many brown rods. Bars. You know, there are too many brown bars. The real Y-Wing, it doesn't really have them. I got the latest, I think it's the latest UCS Y-Wing. And LEGO did a really good job on that one, actually. What I'd like, though, is the latest X-Wing. Because I've got two of the bigger X-Wings. The LEGO previously made. But I think that the latest one is a significant improvement. They've actually paid attention to the proportions, which is good. Okay. Additional force would be required, Rex says. Without, you'd get within a few inches of the opposite hole and be sucked back toward the core. That'd be annoying, wouldn't it? Like, no! I think actually the equations suggest otherwise. I think you wouldn't get that close. You wouldn't be a few inches. It'd be a lot less. Even in a perfect environment. Because it's like you're falling through mass. Yeah, it would oscillate. You'd oscillate around the core. Right, this engine's going on again. I mean, I think I get that intuitively. I could be wrong, but I think I'm grasping that intuitively. Look at that. Engines are on. Amazing. Look at them. Look at my engines. Look at them. With the air... Oh, what's this? Right, so Concorde facts. With the Earth spinning at 1,040 miles per hour... Yes, it does. And Concorde cruising at 1,334 miles per hour... I'll just stick to miles per hour for now. Those flying aboard the aircraft could see the same sunset twice. The same sunset twice. They'd be like, I recognise this sunset. It looks the same as the... Oh, it's the same one, isn't it? Ah, same one. Bag 16 looks like a doozy. Look at bag 16. Oh, you probably can't tell. Hold on. Let me just... You still can't really tell. But it's the front. This is the front of Concorde. I need to build this. I need to build this. Bag 16. Doesn't look like there's enough pieces, actually. but okay. Are you sure? How is this? Yeah, no, this is going to be bag 16 and 17. This is going to be the framework for the front, and then the final front's going to be finished off with the next bag, I suspect. Slightly misleading, because the picture shows you the front. I don't know why they did that. Aurelia says, I love that shit. It's absolutely pointless, but also fun. Moogle, remember when number 6 in The Prisoner broke the computer thing they had by just asking it, why? Yeah, it's a common 60s trope that you can just confuse computers with the most simple things. Captain Kirk did it to the Nomad probe as well, didn't he? He confused it by logic. He's logic. And the Nomad probe was like, does not compute. Error, does not compute. Non-secondary. I can't remember what Captain Kirk was saying now. What did he say? How did he confuse it? It was a classic episode, that. The Nomad probe was actually really cool. Saw the inspiration, actually, that episode. That episode was the inspiration for the movie, the shitty first movie that they made. They kind of just took the same idea and did it less well and stretched it on for far too long. Sharp objects. I mean, I agree very much on the world needs love. I think a big problem we have is we are very isolated. We're all a bit isolated, aren't we? I agree. I feel a bit isolated, even though I'm in this big city of Oslo. I don't feel like I've got a huge amount of connection with other people yet. I want to make more friends. It's Pride Month, so hey, maybe I can. I actually deleted the majority of my dating apps recently, along with a bunch of other things that weren't really helping me. They weren't really good for me in many ways. Just got lots of creeps. So I tried to just kind of detox my life a little bit. And one of the things that had to go was the majority of my dating apps. I don't really feel a great loss, honestly. I kept a few of the nicer ones, but I don't know. Feels a bit hopeless, honestly. Maybe I'll just buy some cats. Maybe I'll just get myself some cats. Maybe that's the way to go. Some cats. It's not a terrible idea. No, actually I want a dog. I think I want a dog, not a cat. Maybe I can have both. It's a nice little piece, that. Nice little thing. Moogle. I believe the power of love was also a force from above. Atmospheric pressure, maybe? Yeah, it could be. I don't know. We'll definitely have to account for atmospheric pressure in our love equations. I know the Hideaway guy was very confused by it. He kept asking what love was, while asking a lady not to hurt him. Baby, don't hurt me no more. What is love? That was a good one. He was confused. He was asking a lot of questions. Too many questions, if you ask me. You ask a lot of questions. What the hell am I doing? Okay, yeah, I get it. So I kind of suspect he was escaping from an abusive relationship, honestly. That's what it sounds like, doesn't it? Poor Hadaway. Okay, now disconnects there. Wow, cool. That's awesome. Oh, that's not quite on. Uh-oh, what have I done? Ah, there you go. Oh, you were going to get the book yourself already? Just go for it. It's Randall Munro. Thank you, Storage. Randall Munro. That's the name of the guy, XKCD. I it's one of those things that's in my memory, but it's not easily accessible. I put it in a city place, I think. You got the audiobook already, huh? I don't do audiobooks. I struggle with audiobooks. I need them written down because I struggle to listen. At the best of times, I struggle to listen to people. Like, that's a real thing. That's a real problem that I have. I don't know what it is, but like, people start talking and I just, whoa. That was loud. Awesome, Lazy Fox. Thank you so much. I'm gonna put these on. Let's get these on. It's going quite well. This. You're getting good value for money, honestly. These. Whoa. There we go. Even more. Hold on, let me show you. There you go. It's starting to get a bit over-dangled. It's maybe over-dangled. Well, I like it though. We'll keep it. Look at the state of me. I look ridiculous. I love it. Thank you for the bits. Ooh. Come on, do the thing. Yeah. Do. I like this one. Yeah, no, I don't do audiobooks. I tried, but I just couldn't pay attention. This is pointless. A total of 134 pilots and 57 flight engineers were trained to operate the unique aircraft. Rex, yeah, I think you'd get to the core and be cooked from heat and pressure into an amorphous blob. Oh, details, Rex. These are details. Mugo, don't we always see the same sunset? Oh shit! You just did a. That's insightful. That's a question. That's a philosophical question. People have been pondering that for thousands of years. Shop. That sounds neat, but the windows are only the size of a hand. Only the size of a hand, I know. So you wouldn't get a very good view of the sunset. Unfortunately, you wouldn't. I guess you could just put. But even so, even though you could put your face maybe right up to the window, and you'd get a decent view. And really, they only needed to make the windows the size of eye holes. They could have just done lots of little eye holes, and then you just put your face up to the eye hole, and just you could look around. Lots of people with eyes right up to the windows. That would be freaky. Just looking at the outside of the plane, and you just see lots of eyes looking back at you. Storage. They predicted the way you can mess up the AI filters on all those garbage image generators. Yeah. Does not compute. Since you ask, and I'm Google-fearing hard today, Miggles, when Nomad declares that its directive to sterilize imperfections allows no exceptions, Kirk points out, oh yeah, I remember now. Kirk points out that Nomad itself is imperfect, since it has mistaken Captain Kirk for its true creator Jackson Roy Kirk. He then claims that Nomad has committed to other errors by not discovering its own mistake and by not sterilizing itself as imperfect. Perfect. I mean imperfect, but that's super good logic. Honestly, decent job on those script writers. I know it's a classic episode. Silly old Nomad. And then he blows itself up. They transport it out and it blows up. It is on before we get in the cards. That's a good idea, yeah? We can't do it in this one, but maybe the next one. Hey, MJ. Wasn't it something about it had to logically destroy itself because it wasn't... It wasn't... But you were on the right tracks. It was the fact that it had made a literally fatal error by mistaking Kirk for its original creator. Thank you again for the bits, Lazy Fox. So Nomad was a perfect example of fascism, wasn't it? It was a fascist robot. Had to eliminate everything that wasn't perfect. A little bit like J.K. Rowling. In many ways, J.K. Rowling is the modern day version of the Nomad probe. Yes. Moogle. Yeah, it then started to freak out. And they shoved it out of a transporter. Thank you, Lazy. Yeah, I love audio comedy because you don't have to keep track of anything, but as soon as it's on a topic, I struggle. Yeah, okay. Yeah, audio comedy, I can sort of see that. That probably would be okay for me, but when it's on a topic, if it's a story and stuff, I just have to, my preferred mode of ingestion is the written word. Because even then, sometimes I zone out and I'm like, hold on, I've just been reading this. I've been literally reading this book. But I don't know what I've read because I was thinking about something else. And I've read the words, but I don't really remember what I read properly. Because has other people do this, yeah? It's not just me. Isn't the human mind ridiculous? Same for driving, yeah? When you're driving your car, sometimes you kind of zone out and you start thinking about things. And then you come back to kind of, reality, hopefully not with a bump. And you're like, oh shit, okay, no, I'm still driving. No, we're still good. I don't remember the last couple of kilometers, but apparently I did drive the car and we are still here. So that's good. That's good. Maybe I should try not to zone out too much. And then you just do it anyway, because you're human, aren't you? Dang, cars are a great idea. It's just the weak link is the drivers, and I don't know what the solution to that is. Like, I do believe there's possibly a good automated driving solution, and we have made some really good steps towards that recently. The question is it safer than a human driver? And the answer at the moment is not really. In some ways, it's like it's a mixed bag. In some situations, it is, because it can, if it sees that you're going to have a collision, it can put the brakes on super fast. It can react in a microsecond, a millisecond. Whereas human reactions, they're a lot slower than that. So that's good, but it can get confused a bit too much. It's like driving along, there's a truck on the other side of the road. It's a little bit tight, but you're fine. You'll make it. It gets scared and just slams on. It's like, what are you doing? You're actually driving more dangerously because you're being too cautious. And if you just, let me drive my car and I know I can make it and it's fine. You will squeeze past that truck. It's a little tight, but it's fine. Moogle. I used to read so much printed media, but you had more health problems and went almost blind, needing a whole bunch of surgery to fix and lots of recovery. I'm so sorry, Moogle. kind of lost my love for reading. These days it's normally on a screen where I can easily make it legible. I do most of my reading on a Kindle now. Very much like my Kindle. Super good piece of take, that Kindle, honestly. Really good. I love e-ink. I feel like we haven't made the most of e-ink. I want to see more e-ink. Feels a lot more achievable than a tunnel going through the centre of the earth to Australia, this one. I just want to see more e-ink. I think there are some pretty good e-ink devices actually that have been developed fairly recently. The Kindle is good, but it's definitely not the pinnacle of what we can do with that tech. Like much faster refresh rates, all that kind of stuff. But you can still, it's the screen that, I mean, the main thing, so the two main things, very low energy, unless the screen's being constantly changed. But if the screen's static, very low energy. And secondly, you can just read in bright sunlight, or you can see the display in bright sunlight, because it's not emitting light. The whole thing is like it's just absorbing light. That's, it's like a normal surface. It's very cool. Bag 17.
About 5 to 10 minutes.
5 to 10 minutes. If it's 10 minutes, I can do it. I'm gonna do it. Cool. I'm just excited about this nose.
Yeah, understandable.
Ooh, that's a new piece. Yeah. It's it's a 4 stud length curved thing, brick, tile. I don't know what that is. Yeah, but it's cool. I like it. MJ, JKR would fit no matter gamete detector. Anyone with the wrong gametes. Exterminate. Yeah, that's Daleks, isn't it? But yeah, she would. No, she would. She totally would. If she could, that's what she'd do. It would go out into the universe, and instead of exploring strange new worlds and seeking out new life and new life forms, it would be just checking out gametes. Just be it's like, is this a big gamete or a small gamete? Visually, I'm picking up cues that you should have small gametes. But then I'm detecting large gametes. Exterminate! She'd fucking love that shit. In fact, probably with her many hundreds of millions of pounds of wealth, I suspect she's well on the way with that research project. In a secret underground lair beneath her castle. So that'll be fun. That'll be fun for everyone when she unleashes that. Moogle, and sorry in general I talk a lot. Moogle, do not apologise for chatting to me. That is, it's your interaction and chatting is appreciated. I enjoy it very much. You have nothing to apologise for. I apologise for not chatting enough. I'm just incredibly hungover still. I can't believe how bad this hangover is. Normally I do lots of juggling and I do dancing and I don't do any of those things. Okay, so that's the This is the nose mechanism. Yeah, look. Oh, wow, that's actually really good. Look at this. It's just that. It just bends like that and then up like that. So it's not a huge amount of difference, but it's not a huge angle that it changes by. But I suspect it's just right. That'd be a good way of parting silly people with their money, wouldn't it? Fools and their money are easily parted. Let's set up a crowdfunder. Let's set up a Kickstarter. A gamete detector probe. You know, it'll be like a false flag operation. We'll set it up, you know. No intention of building it, obviously, because that'd be a crime against humanity. Let's see how much we can get. Maybe JKR would chip in, you know, with several tens of thousands of pounds. Should we do that? This is slightly confusing. Moogle, I can't help but be concerned about whether the undercarriage can actually support that model. Doesn't look like it, does it? It doesn't look like it, but I think you will be surprised. I hope. I hope you'll be. But also there's a stand. There is a stand. That'll probably be the... I imagine that'll be the last step. The last bag, I mean. Okay, I'm getting through this pretty quick. Aurelia. I'm building Lego at supersonic speed now. Gonna make a supersonic Lego out of you. Yes, the old switcheroo. We try and fund an imaginary gamete detector, but actually MJ says, and we funnel the money to a turf detector. Although, honestly, is it that difficult to tell who are turfs? You just check the Twitter account, right? Ooh. Okay, that's an interesting angle. So that's what it's told me to do, and therefore that's what I did. I love, you know what I really appreciate about this model, again, this Lego build, it doesn't have, I don't believe it has any stickers. So I'm just putting these on and it's got these wonderful prints. Concorde. No stickers. Thank you, Lego. Thank you. Ooh, what's this? Is it this one? Because I've got a bag. I've got a mystery bag here, which I have not actually opened yet. And I'm wondering if this piece is in the mystery bag. It is. It is. It was in the mystery bag. Huh. So cool. I think that's a unique piece for the Concorde, isn't it? It definitely looks like it. And it's It's like a double layered one. So it's got the transparent stuff inside, and then it's also got another part, like a dual mold. Dual mold, very cool. And that then sits over. It's so clever. It sits over the front. I know, you know. And that comes up and that. See, so then you've got the other cockpit window, which is hidden when it's in like flight mode. Pretty bloody cool. I knew this bit would be good, and it's not disappointing me. 2 brand new LEGO elements were developed exclusively for this model: the nose cone and the visor. Concorde's retractable visor folds down with the nose to reveal the cockpit windshield hidden behind. That's what I just said, innit? I just said that. I literally just said that. And then we put a big old gear on it. I don't know why. Why are we putting a gear on? Oh, I see. And then that will fit in there. Oh, I get it. That's an interesting solution. They've used a big, it's a 4 wide gear or whatever. It's not 4 wide, but it's close. And that. And this. Oh. Is that right? I guess it's right. Okay, building the nose. Finally. What do we reckon? Not a bad rhino plastic job. And then let's fix in there. Whoa! Whoa! It's perfect. Concorde's long nose and delta wing were crucial to achieving supersonic speed, but the high angle of attack on takeoff and landing, and the length of the nose cone, made it difficult for pilots to see the runway. The solution? The iconic droop snoot. This is the droop snoot. Droop snoot. Yeah. And it clicks quite nicely as well, actually. Clicks real nice. Come on, we gotta attach it. We gotta attach it. Yes, we do. We attach it. We actually attach it upside down, which is fine. I am so running out of desk space here already.
It's a big build.
That's wrong. There we are. The pins are in. Now we're gonna secure it. Oh look, even more prints. Even more prints. These panels are static ports, providing static air pressure data to aircraft. Right, I don't know what that means. But okay, I'm going to now turn the whole thing around. So it's sat the right way up. Whoa! Oh, it's bloody incredible, this, Aurelia. But
That's fantastic.
I'm a little worried about the nose resting like that. It feels like it's too much pressure. I don't know. Gonna have to build off camera a little bit. I don't think there's only two ways about this. Like that. Unless no, I can't. I can't do this any other way. Oh. It's a bit of a tight squeeze getting this in. Oh yeah. There we go. Yeah, I'm absolutely famished. Absolutely famished now.
Yep. Dinner is basically ready.
Awesome. And I'm almost done. As usual, Aurelia has excelled herself. She's she's great in the kitchen. She's fantastic cook. Like, I can smell it and I know it's going to be good, you know. Okay. It's sort of funny. It's a funny thing. Right, that's the nose done. Look at this. Whoa. It's just so big. I can't hold it properly. Oh. Look at this. Look at the size of this thing. I don't want to drop it. Wow. It's a big boy.
You're such a size queen.
It's a big chunky boy, this one. So it's gonna be I'm gonna be finishing off the rear of it with the stand next time. Yeah, next stream, which is Wednesday, unless I do another cheeky one, because I do want to build this. But if I don't, then it's gonna be Wednesday. I'm gonna finish this off. That's gonna be fun. Wednesday at 5 o'clock CET. 1700 hours CET. Mughal. Yeah, to be fair, I've got some big resin models of aircraft and stuff where the undercarriage is just useless, but it does have nice sturdy flight stands. MJB, we can always tell, except they can't. They can't always tell. Prints much better than stickers, aren't they, Mughal? Always. I always prefer. Well, a pleasure to have met you and chatted. Hope to swing by again. I hope you come by again as well. It's been lovely to have you all in my chat. I hope you had a great time. This has been the Concorde. I got a bit of dirty on that. It's a fantastic model. Really enjoying it. You're welcome. You're all very, very welcome. I'll be back again, as I say, on Wednesday. In the meantime, let's see who we want to raid. Because there should be a few people on. Oh, there is literally just a few people on. There's not that many people on. If anyone would like to recommend, anyone would like to have a look in their Twitch followed channels, see if there's anyone you would like to recommend me to raid into. I'm more than happy to take any recommendations at this point. Because I always raid these two on Sundays. You're very welcome, Lazy Fox. Any recommendations? Nothing. Yeah. So is it maybe just a bit of a lull? 4:45 on a Sunday, CET. I don't know. It's dead, right? It's a bit dead. Well, we'll raid Astro. We'll raid Astro Canuck. He is a Canadian. He's a Lego builder. Oh, yeah, no, okay. He is actually building, so he often doesn't, but today he is actually building the Milky Way galaxy. It's just, I think he's on a break. He's on a break. Oh, no, he's back. Oh, there he is. He's back. Right, cool. He's not on a break. We're going to raid Astro. Good, good, good. We often do. Maybe one day he'll get me back, but maybe not. It's just bad timing. Doesn't matter. So, yeah. Okay, raid's been created. Thank you, everyone. I'm going to just leave you in the very capable hands of Astro Canuck. Fantastic Lego builder, but he's also really into astronomy. So it's no surprise that he's building the Milky Way galaxy Lego set. I think he's going to have a blast with that. It does look quite good, actually. It does look like a nice display piece. So we'll raid into this channel. Have a great Sunday, everyone. And I'll see you again on Wednesday, if not before. Take care.